Where did we go? Shiro, there we are. Good evening, everybody. My name is DM Dragons, and this is my lovely cast of adventurers. We play a D&D 5e game based loosely on Chinese and East Asian mythology, kind of, sort of, a little bit. Anyways, last time that we were here, we did a bunch of things. But before we get into all that, before we get into the cave shenanigans that happened, let's introduce our cast, shall we? We're going to start in reverse order tonight. We're going to go with the none other than Mr. Damon. Good evening.
Hello and welcome. Hi, I am Damon. I am playing Tayo Duragon, your wood elf light domain cleric.
Yes.
Yay!
And what the cleric they have been so far. It's been phenomenal. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Amador. There you go.
You dick.
I'm Amador. I play
They
D&D
can move.
with these guys and sometimes other guys on a different day. But today I play Foot, our all-in soul knife rogue. All right.
Cool. We're going to go out of order now, and we're going to say hi to Dakota. Hi there, scene swapping connoisseur.
Hold up. I can fix this.
Can we put this shit back, please?
I can fix this. Hold on.
Yeah, you know what?
I can make this better.
Are you going to make it better?
Yeah. Hold up.
I'm ready for better because it's off the rails now.
I'm waiting. Go ahead, Dakota.
You know, when you give certain people permissions and they write things on other characters' name tags.
Oh.
Did you expect that?
I was looking at everybody else's. Every single other person's.
You know, I
was like, did he add DM guy under Tony's?
Listen,
weird.
like,
This right here is why we can never get through content because of shit like this. Right here. Welcome to the internet.
Plenty of content. Bring out the immovable rod.
Scooch, bitch.
I am Dakota or Shiro. I am playing a character.
No, I am Dakota.
Who is?
You can only be Shiro.
Who's in a coma? I am Shiro. There you go.
Perfect. Yes, his character is currently in a coma, and we are all sad for it. Next on the list, there's so much switching going around. How about Brave? Hi, Brave. How are you?
Hi, I'm Brave. I'm doing good. I'm playing Rig, the Kobold, also cleric. Both our clerics are wearing this shirt. So,
Hell yeah.
You know.
we love it.
And Rig is in rare form today, so you're lucky that Rig cannot speak the way that I would otherwise speak. We'd all be in trouble.
This is incredibly true, but you know what? I would be here for it nonetheless. Good evening, Bull.
Hi. I'm a little slow sometimes. My name's Bull. I'm a mountain dwarf. I have a hammer that talks to me. It's one of the many voices, but it's a pretty fun one. It's kind of a jerk, but you know, we're working on it. Not going to therapy though.
You know, sometimes
Therapy's
you just gotta
expensive in whatever realm we are currently in.
You just gotta take the journey sometimes, right?
Is it though? I feel like
it would be a lot cheaper. I mean, you went to law school. Could you also go to like therapy school?
Funnily
enough, let's get into a little bit of that, shall we?
I'd like to promise.
In his off time, might have done a little studying for that. Anyways, and
does coma count as off time?
Yeah, it's a good way to get your character development, you know?
It's true. You just spend a lot of time in your head, you know?
Jeez. Okay.
He's sitting there with a self-help podcast playing in his ears while he's in a coma, absorbing the information.
If it takes me a day to pass the bar, who's to say, you know?
Yeah, you know what? Things could be, you know, who knows? We are missing Miss Prezira this evening. Jess cannot be with us this evening due to traveling and being sick. But they will be back for our next episode, hopefully. So keep our fingers crossed. and our wildfire druid will reappear sometime soon. We love you, Jess. Sorry you can't be here tonight. Okay, let's do a quick recap, and we'll get right into tonight because we got some things to cover. Your last episode, we aren't in T and Tang anymore. You guys landed in Shadowfell. Surprises, right? Noct is still currently unconscious or catatonic, or you're not really sure what the hell's going on with that.
I'm just dead. It's fine.
Not dead. Didn't really know where to go or what to do. So you found a like a little cave space after just a little bit of searching to kind of sit down, let Ty take some time to maybe do a medicine check or pour over him with his, cleric-like abilities, while the rest of you went off on a fuck-finding mission. Not really sure what you were looking for, but something.
We found
You ended up finding a cave, another cave, but more of like a split in the rock that was a crevice, if you will, crevasse, kind of. Anyways, there was a screech that was heard, and you were like, "Oh shit! Something big and bad is headed this way." You all tried to hide in said crevice. You little big for the crevice that the kobold chose. So thankfully, the axe also has the ability to reduce and enlarge people. And Bull just so happened to, or Gromgarn, excuse me, happened to hit the axe on the way by and got himself reduced to small size. So we had a small size Gromgarn hanging out. Yep, small size hanging out. You thought that the flying entity was going kind of back towards where Ty and the unconscious Noct were, and it was about that time that you all finished trying to squeeze into the crevasse to get away from things so it wouldn't see you, when Reese broke a piece of rock and it fell out of his hand and hit the ground. Big bad thing flying, got really great perception, heard the disturbance, spun around, saw you guys kind of scooching into this crack, and came diving in. Your miraculous thinking kobold, old Rig, with his immovable rod, thin but mighty, decided to set up a little trap for the diving, disgusting, foul, fiendish-looking entity by pointing the immovable rod out of the crack and clicking it, putting it in place. Right before the big bad got to the cave, a small Gromgarn decided to jump up onto the rod and scooch his way to the top and throw his hammer a few times, which didn't really do a whole lot. However, on the last swing, drug him backwards back off of the rod ass first and face first into the rocks in the cave further back. Like you wrote the script, this thing plowed into the immovable rod at full dive speed after screeching and doing some damage to you guys psychically. Basically folded itself inside out on the immovable rod and splattered you all with some fun stuff. After getting cleaned of that, you guys were headed back to try to find the cave that you had been in with Noct and Ty. Ty spent some time kind of soothsaying and whatever over Noct's body. Didn't really come up with a whole lot. Something is definitely wrong, and while he was doing... Yep, go ahead.
Ty hasn't seen Sleeping Beauty. That's all it is.
Aww.
I will have read Sleeping Beauty probably a couple of times.
But Ty did not attempt to wake Sleeping Beauty. We'll get to that later. Wow. Sidetracks. Anyways, while he was doing his, channeling and praying over Noct's body, somebody appeared in the cave with him as he heard kind of a synaptic, staticky kind of like interference noise and woke up to see Prazira sitting across from him in the cave. They exchanged pleasantries, and Prazira, as Prazira does, well, what the fuck did this one do now? As mom tends to do. It was shortly after that that everybody came back and you guys stitched some things together and figured out that there is a city here that is probably not too far off. It's the only city in the Shadowfell that you know of that maybe you could go there and find some answers. Maybe you could go there and see what it is, why you're here. You ended up finding the city in the Shadowfell and were compelled to seek out a lady known as the Echo Maiden, whom you knew really not a whole lot about. Echo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maiden.
After a little him hawing around, you guys, it's very old, very dusty, very run down. There's really no upkeep done here. It's very monochromatic. The things that you did see were either fiendish, weird ass entities or really scared old people just kind of shuttering their windows and things like that, but you didn't really see a whole lot of anything. You finally happened upon this Echo Maiden's place. You were invited inside. She's kind of creepy, kind of fey, kind of just, I don't know, just weird. After ascertaining some information, which one of you stuck your face in the cauldron? I don't remember which one it was.
That was Priz. Priz did that.
That was right. Okay. Basically seeing kind of like a vision or like a tying some fate things together. After all of that, you learned that there is an item that this particular fate maiden, should we call her, would like to have in exchange for curing Noct of his slumber, essentially. And she was so excited to send you guys on this little mission that she was like dancing around and cooking for you and having tea and all kinds of things. Made you a whole room for yourself to sleep in. You ended up doing some talking and found out that Ty had read something a long time ago in a dusty tome in the back catacombs of one of his temples that he had stayed in, that the Orb of Vo was an unending, essentially, dungeon where a demigod had been placed by the betrayer gods as a test to see if he could trick 100 different parties into not making it through to the end of the tower, vanquishing the person at the end, and then getting out. If he could do that 100 times over however many centuries or years it would take him to do so, then he would be placed within the pantheon of the gods. And so you all got to wondering, well, why in the hell does this lady need an orb that has two demigods in it? Like, kind of weird, right? And so you woke up, you went to sleep, you woke up the next morning, breakfast is prepared for you, you are still in the old woman's home, and you are ready to seek out the Cathedral of Icarus, which is where supposedly the Orb of Vo is stashed, here within the Shadowfell city. Do you have any questions, or if not, the game is yours.
What season is it in the Shadowfell?
There's not really any seasons. It's just kind of the same all the time.
Depressed.
Perpetually gloomy.
Perpetually gloomy and shitty.
Seasonal depression. That's
Season. It's Seattle. Sorry for
Aw.
anybody in Seattle. But,
True. It's true though.
I was gonna say I'm not wrong. I don't think.
You know, I've never been to Seattle. I'm gonna be honest.
I was there for a layover. It was miserable.
Fair.
Get to visit Seattle.
All right, so you guys are within the Echo Maiden's chambers still, or her home. You just have woken up. There's food on the table. Prezira is already sitting at the table eating a light breakfast, kind of looking at all of you like, well, finally, you're fucking awake.
Nice. Uh, after doing my usual prayer thing, which won't take as long because I'm not changing anything out. Um, uh, yeah, I guess we need to head to this cathedral um, and do this mission so that we can get our friend back. Companion.
I was gonna say that's the nicest Ty's ever been to me.
I think that would be a lovely idea. The
Mhm.
quicker you go, the quicker you come back, right?
That would be the plan. I will assume our Noct will be safe here, and I kind of point to the rack that he's like hanging off of.
Oh,
I mean-
nothing will happen to him here. I mean, if he goes somewhere else, I can't, I can't say that something won't happen to him, but he'll be fine here.
Where could he possibly go?
I mean, if you take him somewhere and you lose him, I can't guarantee that he'll be fine if you lose him.
Right. I don't think we were planning on taking him anywhere. I don't think he would be of much use at this time, at this moment. Right? And I kind of look at the Noct, like, what, statue, whatever. Like,
I'm just sleeping, man. Jesus.
He's currently an ornament.
Like we should bring him.
Uh,
I don't love the idea of leaving him here.
but I don't think we should bring him.
He is more of a
Harry,
Find
liability.
a
Was
shrubbery for him or
unconscious.
something.
I mean, no offense, he's
There's
going to
gotta
do
be a
about as
shrubbery
much.
outside.
He's going to do about as much here as he would do if we were going there.
Right, but there we know where he is. Here's terrifying.
Would you be more comfortable if we made an agreement?
I don't necessarily think that's necessary. I think that we have already reached an understanding, not agreement, an understanding, that we will go to this
Binding
adventure
contract
for
they
you.
have?
I believe that I would like to bring my friend with us while we work.
You are free to do whatever you like to do. There's no strings attached here, dear.
Sure. Ty, please just trust me on this.
I counter. I apologize, Graham. I counter because the question becomes, how do we bring him with us? How do we protect him while he's with us? And should something bad happen, which I'm quite intelligent, so I just feel like something bad is going to happen. I don't have to cast an augury to figure that out.
I carried him all the way here. My thought process is Rig could graciously do another warding bond for us, and we could find somewhere of our choosing for Noct to rest while we work. But I feel like staying in somewhere we control may be more ideal.
Is there something you're not telling me?
Not necessarily. I just like to know where my friends are.
Why don't I just stay with him? Then we don't have to leave him here by himself for him to get in more fucking trouble than he's already in. I'll just stay with him.
Is that her being Prezira? That was Prezira.
Yeah, I misread Prezira.
Correct.
That's fine by me.
Okay.
Otherwise, I was going to use this. I don't know. Is there a verbal component to me using that sending stone?
The message part.
Probably.
If it's using the message spell, then yes.
Yeah.
We didn't establish how it was working, so I wasn't sure.
I mean.
Okay.
Yes, Prezira will stay with Noct and assure that he is okay.
Rick will shovel the nearest pile of food he can into his face, and hop up and be like, "Rig ready."
How do you get all of that in? I never mind.
Talented.
Yeah.
Talented kobolds. Okay. You see the Echo Maiden. She's just kind of like walking around the room, just kind of aimlessly. She looks out the window a few times, and then she comes back to all of you. And then she's like, "You are you ready to go? Are you excited for your adventure?"
No.
But it's so much fun.
Ty's just gonna be honest. This place is freaking him out. The absence of light is fucking with his senses.
I'm still waiting
Uh,
for Ty to wake me up, honestly.
Yeah. I will say we are doing this for a reason. I pray that that reason is good.
Well, then I suppose that you should just be on your way and get your yes, just be on your way. It's so nice to see you. It's. I hope you have a wonderful time.
Graham, insight 10 on Graham. I don't know
no,
why.
I was sore. That was a stretch.
Oh.
I was just
Oh.
big stretch.
We're mixing
Okay.
D&D with real life. It's fine.
I thought he was pooping.
Uh-huh.
Both in character and out of character, I am disgusted by her. I hate this. I want out.
Well, we don't have much else to do. Thank you so much for the breakfast, Madam Maiden.
Hey, how did the breakfast taste?
I don't know. Roll.
I didn't
Ooh,
taste
hold
it.
on.
I just
I
swallowed
didn't
it.
taste shit. So
It was fucking delicious. That's what it was.
Okay,
It
these
was
sports have got to
just
stop.
one of
Okay?
the better breakfasts you've had in a long time.
Delectable.
Yeah. She tells you that you can find the Cathedral Icarus on the north side of the city, almost all the way to the wall on the opposite side of the city, but you can't miss it. Big steeple, big black ball floating on the top of it, which is not the orb; it's just a symbol of the orb. She makes very clear to tell you that.
big black balls and orbs. All right, cool,
Big black balls and orbs.
beautiful.
Gotta love it.
Rick will make his
So
way
beautiful.
towards the door,
I love
and as
it.
he does, he'll
No.
click the rod and watch Nox slump as he moves in.
Thump.
Prazira walks over, kind of looks at him, nudges him with her foot. He doesn't move, and she just starts dragging him towards the little couch on the other side of the fireplace. Like, oh God, would you just hurry up so that I don't have to watch him anymore?
I'd be
We'll do
really
the best we
sore in the
can.
morning.
Probably. All right, so you guys make your way outside and start traipsing off towards the north side of the city. How do you want to travel? Do you want to travel quietly? Do you travel with no cares? How would you like to go?
Well, we tried traveling here quietly, and a creepy thing was following us. So I don't necessarily know that quiet is going to be much use. I feel like we just go quickly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think the sooner we get this done, the better we will all feel, so that we can potentially leave this place. I think that is the goal, right? Like we're gonna do this thing, get this orb, no shady business. Kind of look at everybody. We're doing this, and then we're done, and then we're coming back, and we're giving it to her so she can take care of Noct and wake him up, and then we can fucking figure out how we're getting out of here.
Ty, I would like to say something.
Sure.
We are in the Shadowfell, so technically we are still doing shady business. Just
Oh
saying.
God.
Thanks, Reese. Very
You're
helpful.
welcome. I had to lighten the mood. It was kind of depressing in here.
Hey,
This
hey,
way,
Reese.
I
Reese.
charge off in this direction.
Reese,
I don't
I
know
would
what
like
that direction is.
I would like you to take a D6 for that absolutely horrible pun.
Well, was it a pun? It was
Yeah.
more of an observation.
Whatever. You get a D6.
Look at you. Okay.
I got
so,
3. I got a headache.
I think
Okay.
he meant inspiration. You
No, you get an inspiration. D6.
Oh.
Take a D6.
Fucking-
I thought it was a D6 of damage.
He's just ready to take damage over there. He's like,
I thought it was damage.
Usually people don't want to hear that.
Maybe we'll just turn the rogue into the pinata. How about that?
there we go. Wow. Okay. So, we're gonna head north towards the wall. We're doing it non-stealthily, I will assume, right?
Okay.
I think we're all kind of agreeing,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah. Sounds great. Everybody roll a D20 and tell me what the number is.
okay,
I'm
Yep,
scared.
I need you to roll one too.
I got a 14.
Cool,
This
thanks.
is my massive one.
I got a nat 20.
Ooh,
I regret
Yo.
rolling that one.
I wasted
Was it
this, I'm
a
sure.
6, okay.
Reese got an
26,
11.
14, 11.
8. Wait.
Okay. All right. Yeah, something like that.
What are we rolling for?
You're
Just
just
rolling a
rolling.
d20.
You're just rolling a d20. Okay,
Sure.
so you guys take the better part of about 15 or 20 minutes, kind of walking through the streets. You're not necessarily trying to be stealthy, more just observant of what's going on around you. You duck underneath porches and kind of around corners when you feel like you need to. You catch the eye of a few kind of really long, tall, skinny entities with these like bony ass fingers that are like larger than a normal humanoid's fingers, and they just kind of turn and look at you with like a slinking glance, but they don't pursue you or anything like that. You see a few humanoids here in the city, randomly doing just either patching a hole in a wall or going from one building to another. They don't seem to pay you any mind.
Got it.
You get another 5 minutes or so, Ty, and you guys look up and you start to see the top of the cathedral. You see the steeple and the black orb kind of floating above it in the distance.
Okay. I'm seeing the cathedral up ahead. Do we now want to start being stealthy, or what do we want to do? Since we're approaching.
I mean, I guess perception-wise, Tony, I can roll if we need to. I want to get a vibe check on how much activity may be going on in the vicinity of the.
I was gonna say we don't know who occupies
Absolutely. Go ahead and do your perception check. Either you all can make one, or you can give somebody advantage. It's totally up to you.
I'll give you advantage, Graham, and guidance. Well, I can't do both. I'll give you
advantage.
that. You said investigation,
Perception.
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 Because I'm not looking for anything specific. I just want a vibe check on the place.
Yeah, I'll do one too.
All right, go for it.
It's going to be a 21.
Yeah, his is better. I got 18.
Okay. As you just briefly scan the layout, so the cathedral is at like you're coming down a street, and it opens up into, for lack of a better term, like a square, right? Kind of to your left, you notice a story and a half ish kind of building with a chimney sticking out of the top of it with some black smoke rolling out of it. Every other building on this square seems to be run down, crashed in, not really being used for anything. Reese, what are you doing?
I got to be honest, when he picked that
It's
up, I thought it
beautiful.
was a box of wine.
It's beautiful, whatever it is.
You activated his like fucking chipmunk brain.
Yep.
We can't hear you, Reese, if you're talking.
You're unmuted now. Oh,
It's called a quiver. It holds magic decks, and I just remembered I had to put my dice bag on it because I'll forget my dice.
Perfect. Love that.
Because I have
Beautiful.
a chipmunk mind.
Yeah. Moving on.
Okay, continue.
Every other building in the square is basically dilapidated, crashed in, doors hanging off the hinges. The only building other than the cathedral, which is at the, like I said, the back half of this pretty big square, is this story and a half hut on the left-hand side of the square with the smoke coming out of the chimney. And it looks to be in pretty decent repair.
What are the odds that this little hut is made of stone?
At a really quick glance, it is made of mostly stone, except
Awesome.
for like
I
a
am gonna
thatched
stone
kind of
cutting
roof.
the shit out of this.
All right.
Stone
I
cutting.
need an intimate history of mostly, really, in reality, what I want to know.
Okay.
Was this building, the cathedral, built at roughly the same time? Do they actually seem to be of the Shadowfell? Is this a conjuration?
Fuck that.
Sure.
He wanted in-depth. Give him a half-hour fucking review of where each pebble came from.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I need the life
the left
story of the carbon atoms in
the
this.
left cornerstone was made from obsidian druid rock. No, I'm kidding. I don't fucking. I made that all up. Anyways, so everything that you have seen
nice
here.
By the way.
Cool. Everything that you've seen here in this particular city feels to you like it came from somewhere else. Like it does not bear the same elemental like textures, grains that the rock you've seen so far does here in the Shadowfell.
Okay.
So this place came from somewhere else. When you're looking at the cathedral, it is of a standard Tiantangian, for lack of a better way to say that, construction. The stonework, the mortise, the pattern, how it's been crafted and like chiseled in places, it all makes sense to someone of a craft from where you're from.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when you look at the building to the left, the little story and a half-ish kind of hut, there is something incredibly familiar about this stonework. Like the way that it is done. Like it feels personal.
Is it the tiger stone again?
It's not tiger stone, but the way this stone is worked, shaped, laid, cared for feels intimately personal.
Is this my family's work?
It is definitely your family's work.
Okay. Hey, Hammer. Did you build this?
No.
We built
Nope.
this though, right?
I didn't build this.
No, I mean we. Like royal we.
Like family we?
Yeah.
Take me closer. Fuck you, Ty.
Were there anybody on the perception? Was anybody walking around or anything, or was it just the smoke on the inside?
Nope.
All right, cool. I'll approach
Not
closer,
that you
but
can see.
I'd like to prefer, obviously not approaching towards openings, windows, open doors.
Guidance. Just touch you on the back as you're starting to walk away. There you go.
Thanks.
Okay. What did you get?
Oh, was I rolling? I didn't know I was rolling.
Sorry. Didn't you say you were doing a percept like wait.
Oh, I just meant on the earlier perception. Was anybody around? The hammer told me to bring it closer, so I was just going closer.
Yes. Okay. I didn't know if you were stealthing or something. I was in
Not
between
really,
another conversation. So
No, you're
Okay,
fine. I just
so
wanted to not obviously
as
towards
you-
an open door.
as you approach and get somewhat in the vicinity of the door, you hear it before you see it. Well, no, you hear it and see it at the same time. You watch as the door splinters into a billion pieces in front of you. And all you hear is Hammer say, "Duck, bitch." And you watch this fucking like, you know what? No. Dakota, could you please describe what happens?
Yeah, as you walk up to the house to inspect the work, the door in front of you splinters, and the next thing you see is like the head of a hammer in your face. You were warned to duck. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
You duck?
No, 100% I duck. I mean, I'll shield if I need to.
It's not intended to hit you. Just threw a hammer. Goes flying over your head.
Oh, a hammer flew at me?
Yeah.
Correct.
It's not like a small hammer. It's like a big fuck off war hammer.
Hammer, do you have a friend?
I don't. Wait.
What's going on?
What?
That sure
What?
looks like you. Flying
What
at
the
my face.
what the fuck? What the fuck? There's no fuck. No, that motherfucker died 1,000 years ago. There's no way. There's
What?
no way. There's no fucking way.
We
I'm
can't.
going
No
in that-
way.
I'm going in that hut.
Graham, wait. Oh, stop. He's gone.
How far am I from the hut?
Oh, you're literally at the threshold of the door now.
I'm going in.
So
Yeah.
why don't you roll perception as you go at the door?
I don't like that Noct is the one telling me these things. Go back to a coma. Swordburst.
Sword burst.
Oh, wow. Let's go. Okay. What is going on?
We said perception.
So you go. Yep, perception.
And you still have guidance for now.
That's what
A
do I roll for
D4.
guidance again?
A D4.
All right. That's gonna
Fuck.
be
You gotta stop.
20, 25, 29.
Can I have some leeway?
18 on
Tony?
the die plus 6 plus 4.
By all means.
So as you come up to this house, and you are now on guard as there was a hammer thrown through it, right? Obviously,
Aye.
something in here is fucked. You come up and you spot right out of the corner of your eye in the doorway. There's another individual about your height. You can see like this large bristling beard going on here, and above him, he's just posed like this with a hammer through the doorway, waiting for you to walk through.
I'm gonna take hammer and hold hammer in front of me. Hey! I'm just gonna like poke the head of hammer through the door.
All you hear is a ah! As hammers collide.
I
with
scream
each
back.
other.
Ah!
What is happening?
You're muted, Tony.
There we go. Sparks go flying everywhere as they strike
Chill
each other.
Out!
I
Tell
start,
him to fucking stop. Tell him to stop. Fuck. Tell him to stop.
Wait. You common?
I mean, we can actually no. I would be speaking in Dwarvish. I feel like if it was a hammer that was
Thrown
In
through
some
the
way-
door.
yeah, there's a hammer thrown through the door in an immaculate stonework building that my family made. That my hammer is now thinking somebody's been dead for 1,000 years, but may have used to have a hammer like that. I'm speaking Dwarvish.
Yeah.
oh,
Okay, then you would get dwarvish instead of common there.
Yeah. Aye.
Who?
I speak
Are you?
Dwarf.
Name is Graham Garn,
Nope,
Loudhead.
sure don't.
What?
Graham Garn, Loudhead, and you. Some fine stonework in this hut here. Looks
I
very
don't-
familiar.
I don't know a Graham Garden.
Yeah, and from
My
what I hear,
name-
you've been dead for 1,000 years.
Well-
But who might you be?
My death is greatly exaggerated. My name is Candrid. Candrid Loudhead.
And your hammer just starts cussing at you in your head. I can't fucking bull. I can't believe it. I cannot.
I'm
Uh,
gonna. I don't know if I want to respond in my head or not. I feel like I would start to respond in my head, or start to respond vocally at least, and just kind of cock my head and go, "All right, do we like him or not?"
He's a bit of an asshole, but he's my
You're a
fucking
bit of an
brother.
asshole.
As
He's my
he
fucking brother.
he takes the hammer back as you guys have like clapped sparks, and he just walks out in front of you, claps you on the back, goes, "Ah, you know, you're moderately handsome. I see the resemblance. Okay,
As do I,
okay.
and you seem to have the personality that I would consider family. So you and my hammer have a lot in common. Does yours speak to you as well, or is the sass all just from you?
Sass."
That tracks.
As he walks over and picks up the hammer that he threw out of the house.
So,
stop it, Rick.
first off, give me a moment. I'm gonna turn around. Ty, his family, don't know much more than that.
Yo.
As you shout out Ty towards another place, you see him cock back the hammer as he looks towards Ty.
I picked the hammer. I picked my hammer up and put it in front of his, and just continue the conversation while I'm holding my hammer over my shoulder. Ty, his family, is sassy, but it's fine.
We're not. That's good. That's not Shadowfell shenanigans.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Yes,
kind of like
Have you checked?
this is my chosen family.
Yeah, but did you check?
God damn it.
How do you check?
Wouldn't you check?
That's a good question. I don't think I want to
There's only
know.
one of them that hasn't been injured. The rest of them, at least, I've been injured with them. I know where they stand. There's one, but I digress. He's not here right now.
Okay.
All right,
Fair enough.
these I trust.
Oh, he trusts me.
Kind of making my way towards this situation gingerly. Like,
What was?
I just saw a hammer. I explode a door, and now you're saying he's
To be
family?
fair, I once exploded the wall of our airship with a hammer.
That's true.
This isn't really new.
Airship?
Long
Oh
story.
dear. Okay.
I miss that thing. I hate walking.
Introductions. Tayo, Rig, Reese. This is apparently
Uh-huh.
What are you to me? What? Who? I. Well, he
who's-
may
who's
be
your
my
mother?
hammer's brother,
How is he?
so maybe my cousin.
How does hammers make babies?
That's
the
a
little
good
confusion.
question.
How
I'm
does hammers
confused.
speak?
Wait.
Well, that could be. It could be
What do you-
magic or something.
Pray tell. Brother hammer. That hammer's my brother.
Would you like to say hello?
I don't think
I
it.
say, gesticulating towards the hammer.
I don't.
I have a feeling the hammer can speak in his head, but I don't actually know. Nope. We're feeling
Maybe
shy?
give him.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well,
maybe
anyways.
Oh God. Okay. Hi, random dwarf.
Random is a strong.
Yes, I
word.
believe this is my uncle.
To me, you all are incredibly random in an incredibly dangerous place, and I still kind of want to hit you with a hammer to see if you turn into something else.
If you need to hit anybody with a hammer, hit me.
I
Are-
tried.
Yes, and you.
I would
We
prefer
did the
not
other
to be.
stuff.
I would prefer not to be hit with a hammer.
You
Same.
don't hit my people with a hammer.
I would just like to
Only I hit my
say.
people with a hammer.
You know
I
what?
guess
You know
technically
what?
that's true.
That's fair.
Fair.
He'll kind of like reach into his tunic. He's got this like half plate, half of like a breastplate on his shoulder, and he reaches into his tunic there and grabs something. And there's this light that slightly emanates out from him, and this warm feeling that washes over everyone here. It's similar to what you feel, Ty. And I'm gonna cast Divine Sense.
Interesting.
Um, that
Yeah.
lets you know undead, phase, fiends,
Yeah.
anything like that, right?
Celestials,
Yeah.
You. I don't think you don't get that off of anybody here.
Fair
You get a fey nature out of Ty because you're half elf, right? Or are
I'm
you a
full
wood
elf.
elf?
Wood
Wood
elf,
elf.
yeah.
Kobold, Owlin. Okay, yeah. He's the only one you pick up anything with that spell, but it's not it's not like malicious or anything. He's an elf.
You all seem fine,
Would you
normal.
mind welcoming my family in?
What was your name again? You didn't really mention that to the rest of us.
Candrid.
Candrid. Can I call you Can
Yes.
for short?
Seem like squint his eyes at you. If I swing the hammer at you and you
Uh-huh.
dodge it, then yes.
Okay. Ooh, that's a little tempting. I'll hold off on it for now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, a
yes,
few
you all may
questions.
come
Why
inside.
are you here?
Well,
How are you here? Who are okay? So I'm confused.
would you like tea?
You could go inside.
Yes,
I think
tea
that's
would be
kind of
lovely.
nice.
Rig loves tea.
So
Yeah.
he takes you inside and he starts brewing some tea. These are like very Spartan quarters, and we'll have the conversation there.
I think
Well,
I'm going to very presumptively join you in preparing tea, and just
Dude,
like,
it's
as I
this-
see like,
Awful fucking like.
oh no, I don't expect it to be
most
well,
bitter.
but very much just like families showing up in your house and like grabbing dishes and doing things. I'm just gonna like start grabbing teacups and stuff as you're
So,
doing the other stuff, like
if-
I own
if
the
it-
place.
If it has been a thing, because I imagine it has, things are dwarf sized here.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
You mean
Um,
rig sized?
yeah.
So, fancy running into you here.
I really thought we were all dead.
Well, almost. Most. I thought it was just me.
Are there more? No,
Me.
this is it.
Why you
As
gotta
far as I
say it
found-
like that?
As far as well, I've had a long time to come to peace with it.
Oh, okay.
As far as I found, it's myself and it's
Well,
Hammer.
I'll be honest with you. I thought it was just me for the last, give or take, 1,100 years. So maybe another one will show up.
Well, it wasn't 1,100 years ago, so it's been about 50 years since the rest. So where, pray tell, have you been for about 1,000 of those?
He kind of just looks up and looks around. Well, in this.
Okay, and what? How did you end up in the Shadowfell?
I spent a lot of time in service of the Platinum Dragon. And in that service, I wound up here. And I haven't been able to leave here in a very long
Context
time.
Did you end up here?
What's that?
In what context did you end up here? Were you tasked here by the dragon? Are you responsible for something here?
You see him squint at you. We call it a chance of fate.
Insight.
Go for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna tie. I'm just
18.
gonna give you. All right. Yeah.
I mean, there's more to it. He's definitely not saying everything.
Yeah. Okay. And when's the last time you spoke with the dragon?
Not while I was on this fucking plane.
Nope.
Yeah,
So-
so not since I've been here.
And is that odd?
No. Yes. I'm not sure how the connection works, but it's very faint here. I can only access some small connection.
Did you have a reason to come here, or did you end up here accidentally?
He squints again. Accidentally.
Were you sent here or did you intend to be here?
I was sent here. This is a lot of questions.
Oh,
So
Not
I
place to
think
be.
this is a conversation. You usually have those in a conversation.
You know, that's a great point, my feathered friend. What are you all doing here? I can't imagine you're on sabbatical.
So-
Mm,
so. Correct. We also were accidentally brought here, kind of on purpose. No, not really on purpose. So
My choice.
yeah, long story short, um, a companion of ours, um, um, looked into a mystical, magical like fire related to the Platinum Dragon in a area that we were at, an obelisk dedicated to the Platinum Dragon.
A
And
strong
he
believer.
mm, mm, uh, mm. And in doing so, um, went catatonic, and because of that, uh, he we found a doorway open for us. We went through it, and we landed here in the Shadowfell. Another friend of ours um, informed us to seek out the Echo Maiden, who has charged us with. She says
Wait,
she is able.
wait. The hag?
Yes, the hag, the Fey hag person.
Joy.
Yeah. Anyway, so she has charged us with something, and in return, she says that she can heal our friend, um, companion, that guy. Um,
The
so
believer of the Platinum Dragon.
I wouldn't call him a believer of the Platinum Dragon. Um, Actually, I
The
doubt he even
the
knows who the Platinum Dragon is.
the one
Um,
that jumped into the cauldron of threats.
the what?
The
What?
the cauldron of threats. It
Does that mean anything to Ty? Hold on.
Roll a history check or a religion check.
I'm gonna roll history on that.
Go for it.
damn, if everyone's rolling, I want to roll too.
Fuck. Roll. I ain't gonna stop you.
Um, 24 religion.
25 religion. Don't
Okay.
know how. Sorry. I think I'm just amped
22
up.
religion.
Okay, all you above 20 motherfuckers. Um, the Cauldron of Threads was something mostly in like mythological fairy tales and shit like that. This point of connection. This deemed to be not real place or thing where every single living thing in every single realm of existence connects somehow.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Kind of like a melting pot, if you will.
Literally.
So,
Yeah.
he connected to that, not knowing what it was, because again, I don't think he knows anything about the Platinum Dragon. Period. So, calling him a believer, maybe stretching it quite a bit. Um, uh, Unless I'm wrong, we've never really discussed religion. He's a more intelligent space um, creature than anything else. So I don't quite know. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, but that's why we're here, and we have
and
been charged with. Go ahead.
what was the quest from the hag?
Yeah.
So, the hag. Your brother does not seem too much like the hag.
Why would he?
I don't know, but I didn't get much information other than I think it was should look a lot older now than the last time he saw her. So that's all I really heard. I attempted to leave without negotiating or coming to too many agreements with the hag, but we were tasked to retrieve. Oh, what was the name of it? Sorry.
Orb of Voe.
The what? Orb of what?
Orb of Voe.
Oh yeah, the Orb of Voe. I don't love this idea, but I need my friend alive.
I have just a simple, quick question. What's your brother's name, so we can stop calling him Hammer, at least?
If he hasn't told you his name, it's not my place.
Oh,
okay.
lovely.
Wow.
That's great.
That's ominous, but all right, go off,
yeah.
Queen.
As from where I stand, it's kind of funny that you're still calling him Hammer. Good one.
He says, "Tell him to get fucked."
Oh fuck!
I'm not sure.
Hammer's name was
if
Bubbles.
I'm not sure if this is from me or your brother, but I have a feeling I need to say, get fucked.
He seems to squint his eyes at you. And he looks at the hammer. Goddamn limp fucking.
We call him Bubbles when he's being bad. If that makes you feel any better, Mister.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Fucking
You feel wrath and hate bubbling through your hands.
Bubbles.
Bubbling,
Bubbling.
bubbling.
Oh, Bubbles. That's good. That's good.
Well, it's great that
I can throw him. If
oh.
you want, I will throw him.
No, wait, stop.
I say to the
No. Which you say out loud, which we all can hear because we're all in the same room.
Oh yeah, no, I said that out.
Yeah, you have to.
Again,
His brother's name.
As you say that, he kind of
is-
cocks his hand back a little bit with the hammer.
And so I grab mine. I'm just gonna mirror you every time you grab your hammer.
Yeah.
His brother.
Wait a minute. Grab what?
hammer.
His hammer.
Bubbles.
Yeah. His brother's name is Iskander.
Ice Cander.
Isn't
I'll
it?
be honest, I prefer Bubbles.
You scanned who?
You would.
I hardly know her.
So this orb of Voe.
The Orb of Voe was requested in exchange for my friend.
And did Verna say what she wants with the orb?
Of course
I have a
not, because
feeling
that's
it's
how
all of
fake
the
creatures always do
Trapped,
shit. Like,
powerful adventurers.
Wonderful. And did she happen to tell you where the orb is?
no, well, she said it was in the cathedral.
Yeah,
But
conveniently next door to you.
Yes.
Which brings me to wondering why you're here.
But I'm here because I can't get out of here.
Why are you here next?
Uh-oh, I think he froze.
Oh no.
I think Graham froze.
No.
Yeah.
You're back.
You told me you did not intend to be in this plane. If you had intended to be here, then I would understand you being next to a cathedral. You were in service of the dragon. How did you accidentally end up next to a cathedral in the Shadowfell?
Well,
You know what? Fuck it. You take it. Go for it.
oh, you just want me to come up with some shit?
No, just fucking go off. It's fine.
I was waiting for you to like interject.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
What was the
Anyways,
question? What were we talking
How
about?
did you end up next? I find it odd that the hag is requesting an Orb of Voe, which is conveniently located in a hammer next to the home of an ancestor of mine who should have been dead for 1,000 years. That just feels like a lot of coincidence.
The cathedral and this city as a whole was not always in the Shadowfell.
Was it here when you arrived?
No.
Well, that's even more odd.
But
Since, though.
if you're going into the cathedral, I would much prefer to go with you.
I mean, I'll always welcome another hammer.
As long as you are within my eyesight, I'd rather you not die.
Fair.
Well,
I'd
that's
appreciate it.
appreciated.
So,
I'll let your brother decide if I'd keep you alive.
oh fuck him.
It's been 1,000
1,000
years. Come on.
Well, I think, Graham, you should know more than anyone. Dwarves like to hold grudges.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna absolutely I'll keep him alive, but out of pettiness.
There we go. That sounds wonderful.
There,
That's fair.
there it is. Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
You can fucking twirl on it. He's fine.
So, the challenge here is a hag has requested that we give it a intensely powerful orb which holds the souls and minds of fairly powerful adventurers that have been led there over the eons. That feels like a horrible choice to me. But, friend,
You could. Let's get the orb first.
fair. Shall
So-
we away?
I'm ready when you are.
Also, anybody that partook of the tea, the most fucking bitter, just tastes like roots. Absolutely not.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, Ty is just obviously just like he'll take the very first sip and then he will try to hide the face of disgust and then continue to just faux sip the tea.
Yep,
Just
that's good.
Sounds about right.
Candrid,
I feel
as we are making our way to the cathedral, by the way, I'll tell you what this guy kind of looks like. He's got the typical dwarf thing. He's facial features are somewhat similar to Graham, but he's got the long beard, the mustache that goes down, the hair that's slicked back and all combines into the beard that just kind of hangs down with two braids coming down. Wearing this odd half plate thing going on, and then he's got two hammers, one on either side. That's all he's got.
In response to the tea, I feel like I'm just gonna look over and say, I know it's been 1,000 years, but did you forget the ash is used for the blacksmithing, not the tea?
No, it's both.
Hmm.
And I'm sure my piece of shit brother will agree.
You tell him that if he had half a brain, he could have figured a way out of here, and that I wouldn't have worried about him for nearly 1,000 fucking years. And we could have this argument at our place about ash and tea and blacksmithing.
Okay. Well, we will work on bringing him home. But first, a question. Do you have a way to just speak to him?
Let him hold the hammer.
Fine. I will trade you a hammer temporarily.
You hand out one, and he picks up both of his hammers off of his thing and holds them out towards you.
I start juggling your hammers.
Please roll me fucking acrobatics.
Hey, hold up. That's Tony's line.
Dude, I
That's gonna be an 8.
quit dropping my fucking hammers.
You know. Wow. Okay.
They're very rugged fucking hammers. They're
He is.
They're off balance. It's just wonky.
They are very, very well used. Not the greatest maintained, but they're functional.
Fair. Yeah, no, so I'm gonna pass your brother over to you.
while we're walking to the cathedral, the only thing you guys hear, the first thing you hear is he grabs the hammers. Bubbles.
Look, I didn't give myself that fucking name. Yeah,
The
it's
second
good to see
say
you
it, I'll
too.
turn and say it's my fault. That was
No,
me.
it's wonderful to see that you're alive and that whatever the fuck this is worked.
Look, it was either this or fucking die. So I chose this. And some days I'm not really sure which one would have been better, But you know what? Here we are.
Well, I mean, everybody else kind of died.
You just hear this long, drawn out sigh.
And then they didn't, and then they died again.
No, they're dead. All of them.
It's so
I thought
weird
you were
hearing all
fucking
the
dead
other side of
too,
the conversation.
but here you are.
Well, here we are.
Shall we find this fucking orb so we can get the hell out of here? I don't like it here. And I really don't like that fucking creepy lady we were just with. She gives me the...
The Widowmaker. Yes.
Yeah, her. I knew there was something. Tell me, what in the fuck is wrong with her?
She's been here longer than me.
How?
What do you mean, how?
I don't know. You seem to know a lot about this place, and you've been here a really long time.
You should meet the queen.
What?
She's got black feathers.
Right. Why don't we get the orb, finish this, and then we can have this conversation somewhere we might not all die.
Oh, wonderful timing as we come up to the fucking cathedral. I'll hand the hammer back to you. Get this fucking
I
thing.
toss yours up in the air.
Yeah. Goodbye, Bubbles.
Fuck you.
You know, it's always strange that we always hear one side of these conversations. Just
I find that to be amazing.
That's the best part.
observing. Ty is observing that as we walk.
As we're also walking up, I want you all to know I played Knocked, and I was very good at not taking damage. I'll slap Graham on the back as we come up to the cathedral, and I'm going to cast Warding Bond on him.
Oh.
That's a choice. That's a choice. All right.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so you get +1 to AC, +1 to saving throws, and you have resistance to everything.
And you take all my damage, right?
Yeah, we both take.
Well, in addition to me.
Yeah,
we both
yeah,
take all my.
we both take all your damage.
Well, thank you.
Perfect.
Oh.
So you guys come up to the cathedral. It is a fairly massive structure laid in a very dark blackened stone. The cornerstones at the sides of the building are probably a good 15 to 20 feet per stone, and they are buried into this Shadowfell earth here. It's a very well put together structure. There are every 10 to 15 feet down the side of the cathedral, there are large arched stained glass windows that just have the picture of these pillars. And in the center of the pillar, there is a black orb that's just almost looks like it's floating, but it's obviously in stained glass. And each one of these windows has this depiction. It is quiet. There is no noise coming inside, and there's no recollection that there is light or candles or anything burning on the inside.
I feel like I'm gonna attempt, but I'm also gonna ask Ty. Ty, so from what we've heard, this isn't from here. This
Correct.
also definitely doesn't feel like it's a Platinum Dragons
No.
temple.
No, this is not the Platinum Dragons.
I can try a history check. I don't know if anybody else wants to try one though. I'm trying to see if I actually have any idea what sort of temple we are going into.
I would happily do that.
Go ahead and roll while I pull something up real quick.
Ty, if I can, I'll give Ty help just in being able to brainstorm through various books we've read.
Oh, shit. Okay, good. Glad I rolled that first. No, the one, bitch. But it's not a 1. It will be a 20.
Okay. Without too much struggle, Ty, you are learned and a purveyor of, religious history and things of that nature, gods and the sort. This is a temple to the god Mushu,
Okay.
and that is the god of death and souls.
um, totally. That's the word that came to my mind. That's exactly what came to my mind. That's exactly who came to my mind. Just saying. Um, and I explained that to everyone. This is a temple to the god Mushu, god of death
Yeah.
and souls. So it's not a really happy place.
Me.
Not one bit.
No. Uh,
Mm,
okay.
yeah, that's great. So just so you know, that's what we're walking into.
And
I
Ty,
forgot.
you would know. Ty, you would know that this god uh, plays a little more along the lines of Hades than the Raven Queen.
Got it. Got it. So underworldy, what have you, kind of thing. Um, woo, okay.
Um,
So that's a oh shit. That's a thing that we now know. Uh,
It is. You did not know that before. Now you do.
I'm gonna turn
yeah.
over. So, Uncle, have you spent any time over here?
If you're saying something, we oh.
Not
like
not much.
Okay.
okay. So Kindred, just out of curiosity, you landed here, right? Like, did you, and then you built your home?
I came with the city.
Okay. All right. So you came with the city, and your home just happened to be
Oh no,
next.
I built it.
Ah, okay. So you built your house next to the Cathedral of Musu? Just, I'm just trying to get some correlation here.
There was an open plot of land.
Okay.
I mean,
But
it does seem like a fine plot of land,
Thank you.
and it's great stonework.
Thank you again.
that's
It
wonderful.
was relatively mediocre for the. I didn't have.
Technology's changed a lot in 1,000 years.
Congratulations
I bet
on
it
your
looks
ability
worse.
to
We're using this new method. It's called blockchain.
Oh.
God.
Oh, oh,
Oh God.
Takes blocks and
oh,
chain
God. I don't know about all that.
Sounds awful.
Anyway,
Come on.
that hurts.
together. Sorry.
Oh, it makes me feel. Wow. Anyway, okay, so cool. So I could potentially do something, but I don't necessarily want to do it right now.
Okay.
But it may help if we need to. But I can. It's a spell, but I can only concentrate on it for 10 minutes, and it only it's locate object, y'all. Okay. Locate object. I know the name of it, um, but it's 1,000 feet in any direction. So I can sense the direction of it if I need to, but I don't know if I want to do this right now. If we want to do it when we're inside, I don't know what we're going to get into once we're inside. But just letting you know, it is a spell that I prepared today, out of possibility of what we're about to get into.
You prepared a spell. What type of spellcaster are you?
Cleric.
To who?
Bazai.
Oh. Good.
Who's
I
that?
think I was about to have to like shush my uncle at the dinner table before he says something.
Yeah, he's about to like.
Shh, shh, now.
Bazai is the goddess of knowledge and learning. Just so everyone else, I think I talked about this very early on in the campaign. So it's been a minute.
Yeah, good. I assume Fazai has a good relationship with Bahamut. We're just gonna. Cool. Dope.
They're sworn enemies. They
I
attack each other on site. And I'm kidding.
I would say probably Ty, maybe save the concentration for a moment. We can try and do this the hard
Old-fashioned
way.
way.
Yeah, and if needed, then we can obviously support you for the time it takes to cast and concentrate.
It might be entirely possible that we walk into this cathedral and there's a sign that says
Right there.
I doubt it, but
I don't really want to stumble into the orb because I don't want to be in the orb. But
That's what they said.
no one really wants
appreciate that.
How does this adventuring thing normally go for you all?
I kind of just walk.
Right.
I start walking in.
Sometimes we go to prison.
We're walking together, like both of us, just walking straight.
Very
towards-
calm.
You
Confidently
walk to the door. The door
there-
is not locked.
There is no door. I don't think we try it, Graham. You can correct me, but I'm just gonna hit it. You want to
Yeah,
just hit it with
100%.
it? Yeah.
I want in there.
Is it a 1, 2, 3 kind of thing, or is it just
I know we got that
Go.
family instinct. We're
I'm about to say,
both-
I would like to think that we don't even count. It's just like we're like already in lockstep, and so as we reach that moment in a walking towards the door, we just both fing.
Yes.
the door bursts open?
Uh,
God, I was really hoping it wouldn't, or it would. I was so worried you'd be like, both of your hammers bounce off the door.
It's so fucking awkward.
As you both lockstep, you hit the door. You hear the loud, like, just crash of the hammers hitting the solid wood door. It kicks inward, but it doesn't like shatter. It does that like wobbly, like open kind of thing where you hit it and it just kind of pushes open. As you look inside, there's a small foyer, probably about 10 or so feet from the doorway into another, like, very large, probably 10 or 12 foot tall arched doorway where there is no door. There are two statues in that foyer, one on the left and one on the right. The one on the left is kind of it looks like a imp with wings with these like manacle looking things holding onto it. And then the other statue on the other side is a very tall, slender figure with a hood over its head, and it's got a staff, holding a staff kind of between its legs like this with a big crystal stuck in the top of it.
Well, left or right?
Sorry, you cut out what?
Left or right?
Left or right?
Left is a wall, right
know
is a
what?
wall. Straight is the only way.
Well, yeah, but there's the two statues, right?
You know, I'm gonna
Correct.
turn. Hey, Rig.
Yes.
We are looking for something shiny, I think.
oh god, wait,
Ooh. What kind of shiny?
Shiny ball.
Oh.
But
Wait.
Rig thought the ball was black.
Black can be shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Because I imagine it's like an onyx, like crystal orb
glossy man.
in my mind.
It is to go to retcon a little bit. She described it as the most perfect cylindrical, like most spherical black crystal you've ever seen, and it doesn't shimmer like radiance. It just like
Right.
everything.
But it's
It's
clearly
so
a precious
polished.
stone.
It's so polished that any light just like refracts off of it,
Yeah.
which is completely not intuitive because you would think it would suck all light in because it's black in color, but that's not the case.
Yeah, but if it's got a crystal lattice on it. Um,
Correct.
I'm going to clarify and say, now, Rig, we're looking for a shiny orb, black shiny, but it's a dangerous one. We just need to find it, and then we'll figure it out. So I don't want to take it just yet. But I trust you. Would you like to take the lead and help us find this
Rig,
shiny?
take the orb. Get shiny.
Don't take the orb. Find the orb. We just want to find it.
Where's
Not touch
orb?
yet. We don't know. We have to find.
How do we find?
We look. I've seen you. You're very good at finding shiny.
I cast haste and start running down the hallway.
Oh no! Wait! Oh god!
I cast Expeditious Retreat and run behind him.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Rig, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw? I'm totally fucking with you. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. You go running down the hall, but the hall is essentially so there's no hallways to the left and right. It's just wall in a foyer, wall in a foyer, two statues that flank either side of this doorway that you ran right through it. You get about another 15 feet or so inside, and you look up, and just around you, Rig, and all you see is this like. Have you ever been inside of like a Catholic basilica or anything like that with the gigantic ass wooden beams that just go up to the ceiling and just it's super ornate? That is exactly how this feels. Only it's not wood, it's stone. The ceiling is 60, 70, 80 feet high. The stained glass windows on either side, 20, 30 foot tall. The light, while the Shadowfell is not a bright place, it casts this eerie like light and shadow kind of in between. So in between each window is like shadow, but where the light comes in, it's not a beam of light, but it's like it just casts a little bit of a soft glow inside. There are all manner of turned over and fractured pews down this central corridor that you're just sprinting down. And as you reach about the halfway point, you look at the very end, and there's some kind of raised dais there or lectern. There are all kinds of religious artifacts and what looks like a flat stone pedestal kind of off to the side that's roughly humanoid shaped or size. And there's everything else in here is kind of turned and like broken, and it looks like somebody's kind of ransacked the place a little bit. But that's what you see as you go like flying down the central walkway of the cathedral.
I guess we're following.
Okay, I'm sprinting.
Is there like an altar kind of up there by that podium and such that's all
Yeah.
pristine and
So the
nice?
lectern is essentially up, kind of like there's raised steps up to like a podium kind of thing, where the lectern and all that is, and then kind of off to the side there's a little alcove, kind of like fashioned still on the platform, but kind of down a few steps. So it's like up to the platform, big area that's on the same level, and then another raised section for this like lectern
So
style place.
just really quick, I want to paint this picture for everybody because we are dwarves. Rig goes fucking sprinting off. Everybody else starts sprinting to catch up. Graham and I are like out front, and everybody else catches up and passes us the fuck up because we're fucking dwarves.
Fucking dwarves.
Tiny little
We're
legs.
just bricked up the rear.
Just tiny little legs.
So Rig, what was your question? Continue, please.
I was gonna call back to Graham. Ram, what orb do?
Nothing good.
Well, it could do good.
Where put orb?
You could all roll a perception check if you like.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Where would
It's a
Mr.
17
Dwarf
for me.
Man put orb?
17.
Okay. Is anybody else perceiving, or is
That
it
was a
just
17 for me.
25.
Go ahead, Reese.
Owl.
22.
Yeah.
Anybody above a 20, you will notice that at the very back of this like platform where all these different like religious looking ceremonial type little areas are built, there is it's like a groove in the wall, and it's about probably, I don't know, I'd say about a foot wide, and it runs from the floor, and you just kind of follow it up with your eyes, and then it splits off into two smaller grooves kind of out to the side with the central groove coming down. And you see almost at the top of like where the ceiling meets this like stonework, there's some kind of cylindrical round looking object, and as you look at the other side there's another one over here, and at the very top of the center one there is a giant black floating fucking orb just sitting there right above this groove.
How high up off the ground is this?
About 50 or 60 feet.
I can fly up to that.
Well, before
Do
we
you touch it?
Let's
No.
wait.
Yeah, I was gonna, before we do,
I know better.
let's just. I should go ahead and try to cast my spell to make sure that this is what we're actually looking for.
Aye.
So I will cast Locate Object, and I will
The
say the
odds of a
name.
decoy are not
I know.
insubstantial.
Gotta hope so. So I'm going to say Orb of Woe while I say the spell and try to describe it as we've been told. And then I can sense the direction of the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet.
Where are you
If the object-
standing?
I would probably have been on the... Not on the altar. I probably would be in... I would have made it into this area and been kind of not on the altar, but not quite... close enough to the group where I was like within 20, 30 feet. I'll put it like that.
All right. You immediately get drawn in a forward and to the right direction. Literally maybe 15 feet from you. And when you turn your head to the right, you're staring at this flat stone, like raised table. And as you go over to the table, you notice something really interesting about the table. There are grooves cut in the table.
Okay.
And they all seem to meet kind of in the middle. And there's a small hole in kind of a divot in the middle of the table where all of these grooves meet. And you feel pulled to the inside of this table.
It's here. I'm not going to touch anything, but I'm like pointing to the middle of the table.
In the table?
It said in the table.
Wonderful.
Smash. Yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna
It
do
wasn't
the
me
same
this time.
thing, even without that.
Could you roll an attack for me, please?
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
then roll
god.
damage. Roll the attack.
It's a 25 to hit.
Are your hammers considered magical?
I think so.
They
I
plus
got a
one.
23.
Tell me.
Yeah, I would say they are. You're all hitting it.
I'm not.
Ah,
Technically, I don't even use weapons. I use my brain.
Cool.
I'm not.
Also going to be 13 points of bludgeoning, if that matters.
You 100% connect with the stone table. Like there's wham, and you just hear this like echo of like stone versus hammer. And you would think that with the force that was just put into this, that it would just shatter. Like this should be cracked. It should be fucked. And all you watch is Candrid like rebound with the hammer off of this platform. Wham! Not a dent.
Well, it's magic.
Interesting way to tell that.
Did anything happen when I hit it?
Oh shit! You hit it too. I'm so sorry. I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah. I got a
What did you roll?
23 to hit it.
Rig, when you hit it, I'm gonna type you something. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I?
Give me 1 second. You guys bullshit for a second about what just happened to his hammer.
It runs in the family. I could tell. Hitting things with hammers.
Yeah,
What we
So
do?
whose hammers is bigger? Is my question.
that's a good
It's
question.
not the size of the hammer.
That's how you hammer.
They're about the same size.
I feel like honestly, like the hammers would be about the same size because, it's like physicality wise, we would probably be
Yeah.
about the same
Yeah,
size.
we're very similar. Like this, we just go with the best one. Like,
Dwarves just gotta make tools.
yeah.
Okay.
I literally have carpentry tools and mason's tools, by the way, just chilling.
Hey, I have mason's tools and smith's tools.
One more time. It's Candor?
Candrid.
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 Like
Can,
Mandrid,
but
like-
can
but can.
Candrid.
Because he can.
because it can.
And
So
it's
this is
Candar.
obviously a magical
Oh, I might give
table.
a nickname.
How do you lot normally deal with the mat? Like we could hit it until it breaks.
Well, I gotta be
Well,
honest. This would actually be a great moment for our how should we call it? Temporally struggling friend.
Yes.
And poorly what?
He's
It's a long
he's
story.
in a coma, but he's very good at these things. I mean, he did throw a magic box once, and that wasn't good. But generally good at finding these things out.
Why was the magic box not good?
It.
I'm pretty sure it almost killed several of us.
Yeah. It
I thought
exploded.
so.
There was like a lightning thing that happened with it. It's
Yeah.
It
It's
It's
around.
our
And he died.
companion.
He died that
is-
day.
Like,
No.
I want to do two things, Tony. If you're,
Oh, he's listening. All right.
yeah.
I'm listening.
All right. In response to the magical, the hammer not working, I want to do two things. One, I'm gonna make an attack with a standard non-magical bow.
Okay.
And two, I want to check Arcana and see if I'm getting any vibes
Ra-
off of.
Rax says no more attacking box.
Okay. Wait.
I put the arrow back down, but I am still going to check the Arcana, check for Arcana, see if I know anything about this.
Is there a reason why, Rig?
Which one is Rex?
The one he's holding.
So you know how Graham's hammer is your brother and talks to Graham.
We have another one?
Well, no.
No. Oh, not in the
Maybe.
sense you think.
We don't
No,
really know who Rax is, but Rax is pretty great.
Yeah, he's pretty chill. It's a cool guy.
Rax is Rig's axe. Rax talks to Rig.
And Rig tells us what Rax says.
Yeah.
There's a hint of suspicion as he looks at Rig. Does the axe actually?
You did
fucking
divine
talk?
sense. Nothing seemed wrong.
That's true. That's true. It's not so much that it's evil; it's that is this axe actually talking, or is this some bullshit? That's the.
I mean, for all we know.
That's the shtick.
Yeah.
I've seen the
I mean, we have grown used to inanimate objects talking to our friends. Like
Seems normal.
That
Reese's armor
apparently
talks.
Yeah, my
It's-
armor talks.
it's apparently our norm. So
Seems normal.
you
Sorry,
know,
we gotta get you something talking. I'm Arcana-ing it.
please God no. I don't necessarily anyway.
I was gonna say Arcana gave me a 10.
Rax says box able to pull things inside of it, and
Oh, okay.
it eats it.
It eats it
Oh,
like a mimic.
or like it devours.
I mean, we know. Well, we know the Orb of Voe is consuming the adventurers that look for it, right?
Oh,
That was my
true.
concern going in, is that if it is consuming the adventurers looking for it, how do we possibly transport this thing?
Rex says it holds the things and something else consumes from it.
Can I drop a like nasty fucking rock cake on this thing?
Wait, when he said something else consumes it, I'm going to immediately start searching the room.
Like,
I want to
For-
investigate for large entry doors. Essentially, something that a monster like this is a trap room to feed something else.
Oh, like if this is a sacrificial altar? Okay.
100%.
Huh.
The
I'm gonna
second he
put
said that, I'm
Like,
looking.
now it's
I'm
driving
looking
a rock.
for large entry points.
I'm gonna put a cake that looks like a rock and tastes like a rock on it.
Ugh.
Is it cake?
it does nothing.
No.
On
It's sitting
my
there.
was that investigation or perception?
You can choose. I don't care. Pick one.
Very cool. If we're doing perception, that's a 19.
You don't really see any like large doorways other than the one you came in. You get to looking at this box a little bit closer. You notice that there are like places where you could attach manacles to. You circle the whole thing like 2 or 3 times. Like, what am I missing? What am I missing? And then you catch just this, because you're so like, you and Candrid are so in tune with like stonework and things like that. There's this little thumb size space on the very back of the box, or this like stone platform that's basically like a box. It's indented, like millimeter indentation, but it's the only imperfection you can find on this thing. It's about the size of your thumb.
I'm going to look back at Candrid. You see that? Yeah.
The hole that you're pointing at.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it starts to grab me harder. Deal.
What exactly are you thinking about?
Rig will
putting in?
grab you.
What?
I'm gonna stick my thumb on this fucking thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Graham, you kind of kneel down and like shake your hand for a minute, and you're like, "Fuck, is this a good idea? Is this a bad
No,
idea? This is a totally bad idea."
But I'm gonna do it.
But I'm
I
gonna do it
support-
anyways.
I support.
I
them.
hate it, but I'm doing it.
You
Change my name actually.
push your finger, and it pushes a little thin piece of stone inward until you hear a click. And then slowly, the backside of this box starts to like open in like sections. It goes ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. And as you're looking inside, you see. Y'all know what a Rube Goldberg machine is, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tip the thing and it goes down all the tracks and all the tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. Picture a perfectly crafted like bobsledding / whatever Rube Goldberg machine on the inside of here. And you would surmise that whatever drains into the hole at the top comes down all of this beautiful lattice work. And at the very bottom, in the very center of this box, sits a about 6 to 8 inch spherical black orb that is just slowly rotating, not touching anything. And it is at the antithesis of all of these little tracks.
Well done.
Yeah, I mean, we see it now.
Yep.
I still feel like grabbing it's a bad idea.
You mean actually touching it? Yeah, I do agree.
I
with
mean,
that.
we need to possess it, though.
Right.
I mean, it's a vastly powerful magical artifact. Yes.
I kind of
Where
this would be,
where is your as an adventuring party? Where is your expert on magical artifacts?
Very much in a coma. He is
yeah.
the reason we need this because
Big
the
nap.
hag wants
big
this
big nap.
for
So
him
I
to
will
be awake.
I would kind of take a ooh, I guess I'll take a look at it and can we I don't want to say can we touch it without touching it. That's not what I mean, but I'm trying to like how can we handle this orb without potentially being sucked inside it? Is there a
Kendrick.
way
Yeah.
Huh? Is there a way to make that
What?
happen?
That's stone on your house. Solid work, right?
Yes.
What are the odds you and I could make a smaller version of this podium?
I mean,
it seems to be holding this orb just fine.
we most assuredly could.
What you doing there, Reese?
I have no idea how, but I would like for Candrid and I to attempt to craft.
Well,
I fat fingered it. My bad.
Does the thought my thought goes to if we had someone we don't have someone that has like a telekinetic ability.
Mm.
He's in a coma.
Could
Yeah,
I?
I do have lightning lure, but
I don't think I
Valid.
want to do that. I'm worried about a quote unquote attack because that feels
all right.
We
Tony,
can
I don't think
100%
it works
make
this way.
Make a podium.
I don't think it works this way, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Could, if we were to make a like transportable size fine stone box, Maximilian's Earthen Grasp normally only allows you to conjure a hand that grabs a person. There are people inside this orb.
I like this argument. That's a dope argument.
Not just person, people inside this orb.
That's good.
You know, I've always said that I reward my players for using their brains, and due to your not so terrible argument, I will entertain it, but I will ask for a roll while you're doing it.
Oh, absolutely. Do we need to roll anything for... Because I don't want to do that until we have something to put it in.
Okay. Here's how we're going to do this. I need you all to spend the next hour finding the stone that you want to craft into the box. Okay.
Okay, Tony, you know what that looks like, right?
Yeah.
That's me and him going around with hammers, like taking out pieces of the
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh, I know.
The happiest little dwarfs you've ever seen.
I am here for it. I'm here for
tearing
it.
this fucking place apart.
He even implores you to do so.
Look at this.
I
Do you
implore
see
you
this
to
mineral deposit? That's beautiful.
tear this cathedral to pieces.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Oh,
desecrating holy places. Isn't it
Is that
Perfect
rose
idea.
quartz?
Why
I
would they
would-
use this here?
Oh my god, why would they put the limestone next to the rose quartz? That's awful. It clashes. Soft, hard, soft. Ugh.
You'd think the whole thing would be made out of obsidian.
I get it. The feng shui is off.
My eyes
Okay.
roll in the back of my head.
Feng shui.
I was like listening to like two stone cutting dwarves just like debate on the proper
So,
like
so
it
you
sounds
catch,
like two dads just
you
like
catch
talking
bits and pieces, right? Like you don't catch the entire conversation
Yeah.
because
Oh,
there's the
talking.
clang of the fucking hammers on the wall.
Yeah. But the low stone, what I know we're looking for stone that is as high of quality and also like of similar density to whatever is actually holding the damn thing right now.
Mm.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah,
I mean,
we'll spend
that's
an hour
what
doing
you're
that.
looking for.
Any luck? Do I need to roll for that?
Oh god.
You know what? Nah, fuck the roll. Just tell me how you guys are doing this. Play it out.
All right,
Seen that
so
message
we
so
could
far.
go back to your house. Do you have any extra? Since you're rather close to your plot of land.
I imagine
nearby.
whatever they made the pedestal out of is similar material to what they made the temple out of.
What? I don't know why I feel like in my head they were distinct or different.
I don't think so.
Okay. Nobody seems to be using these statues.
Oh, God.
I said left or right.
You go left, I go right.
Yeah.
Oh god.
We take
I
down
just-
both statues.
It's like
That was the entire plan as soon as we walked in the building.
Yeah.
You hear
we
the
fully
most
take down both
god.
statues.
You hear the most god awful screech as the whole center of the roof collapses inward on you all, and you see this death dragon come in from above. No, I'm fucking with you.
Aw.
Nothing
I'm
happens.
ready for it. Let's
Nothing
fucking go.
happens.
It was like,
Oh,
God.
It's like
Um,
Mario Brothers when you get the hammer.
That is literally us as we're obtaining pieces from this temple. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like simultaneously I'll probably be I'll turn to Hey Rig, you like fire?
Rig love fire.
Could you make us fire?
Why?
I just feel like we might do fire.
Big
We
fire?
gotta build things. You need fire to build things.
We could use a fire.
Come on, give me a fire, buddy.
Trying to figure out how Rig would ask this. uh,
Don't you dare ask how big.
well, I already did, but
I need a hot.
the real question is: do you want it all in one blast, or do you want sustained fire?
Steady fire. Slow and steady.
Long fire. No short fire, long fire.
Long enough you may have to call your doctor.
If it persists.
After 4 hours.
Rig thinks Rye might be better at sustained fire.
I think
Either.
he beat me. Yes.
Yeah, right.
I just want everybody to be a part because we're getting to build. We're gonna craft stone things. I'm excited. I want everybody to build things with me.
Rig has a
Rick, do you want
part
to
this.
smash the statue with me?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Okay. So there While they're doing that, okay. Uh, I will. I mean, I can do like a flaming sphere. Um, but that lasts for a minute. That I don't want to necessarily do.
Come on.
That's just
Yeah, I was gonna do fireball. That's big ass fireball.
Hey, that's
In theory, it would create a sustained fire after.
Well,
Depending on what
on-
you fireballed into.
well, it might be disintegrated.
That's fair, actually.
that part.
Fireball,
I'm
but
just
roll
thinking-
real bad.
Max damage heard.
Oh my. But I mean, I think just making a quick, casting a flaming spear, which lasts for a minute, and like putting it in an area where you can, I guess, melt this. Is that what the plan is? I don't.
I just want to be able to get Smith's tools hot.
Got it.
Basically. I just want to fire so we can heat our tools.
I see.
So I
Yeah,
can potentially
back.
do that.
Welcome.
Yo.
Welcome back. Okay, so that's what I can do. And I can sustain it so it doesn't,
Yeah.
I can keep it concentrated. So it's a flaming spear. It lasts for a minute. Which level is that? That's second level. Okay.
I don't even know if we need to. I don't feel like we need a casted fire. I feel like I literally just make a fire out of things.
We'd
Like
be
a
fine.
survival.
Yeah.
There's
I don't
enough
think we need to use
stone.
this.
Yeah.
I don't think we need
I
to
can
use
make a
spell
fire.
slot for it.
I think I can make I mean, fire is, yeah, that's easy. That I
How
can
do you
do.
light your fire without fireball?
I mean,
It is a fireball. It's a just contained fireball.
come on,
It is a
baby, light
exploded
my fire.
I'll just
But yeah,
use
so-
I have a tinderbox. I'll make a fire. Just quickly make a
Thank you.
fire.
Yeah, I just want to be able to heat tools. All right, so
I need a stone cunning check from the two of you at advantage, please.
What
The
the
DC
hell? And I will
is
give-
decently high.
stone cunning.
I will
would
give-
be-
We're gonna call it. I would like an average of 17 or better for this to work.
Double.
And
Okay.
I will give
Yeah.
Handred guidance this time.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah,
this
it's double your proficiency bonus.
You're the best. That's a 4. I appreciate you.
A D4, yeah.
Plus
On it, I guess so. That would be a history roll since it's stone cunning.
4. Yeah.
Double.
I'd have to go back and look at it. I think
it's
it
history.
is.
It's history. I just looked at it. It's history and then double your proficiency. So you're
25 for me.
and
So
I got a
it's,
21.
17 plus 6 is what?
23.
22,
23 plus 3, 25. 26. Yeah.
So the two of you take a careful and very delicate amount of time to get the fire right, to get your tools set to the proper temperature.
Worth pointing out, if you are watching us, it doesn't look delicate.
Smashing shit up.
And while you're pulverizing and smashing and punishing and whatever it is you want to do to this stone, when you're done, a lot of you look at it and you now know why dwarves are who they are, because it is just an immaculate representation of the, for lack of a better term, box or coffin that you want to put it in.
Well,
Looks great. Thank you.
that,
They're finishing their box. Rig will tap racks to it, and it will start to glow.
What was that?
Fucking tried to delete a thing. It did not work.
Oh,
I'm going to pull the
you're gonna
dead.
tap racks and do what? I'm sorry, that distracted the fuck out of me.
I'm gonna tap racks on the box, and it'll start to glow a bright light.
what are we
Ooh.
doing?
Huh.
So it lines the interior of the box.
I was just gonna smack it on the side and say, "Yep, that'll do."
Beautiful. I love that. Do you want to tell them what you did, or do you not understand what you did?
I only vaguely understand what I did.
And nobody questions it, which is great. I'm turning my camera off for a
I
second.
I
Right back.
I will question what you did.
That's
Ryan.
not you.
That's really funny.
What-
Imposter!
Just that's funny.
What's
I'm
Will
back.
doing here?
I
Anyway,
don't know.
anyway.
Uh,
But so could I do an Arcana to see what that was, to sense what that was?
Sure.
I'm gonna do the same.
Oh no,
It's gonna be a 20. Oh Jesus, this dice good. 16 plus 6.
16 plus 6, 22.
Boom.
Hey,
You also get a 22?
yeah.
Woo! The tutus.
I was like,
Rick,
fuck.
go ahead and in whatever way you wish to inform this Arcana check.
as you're inspecting why the box is suddenly lined and glowing, you realize it looks vaguely familiar to the magic circles that Rig used earlier, but kind of an inverse that keeps things in
Oh,
instead of out.
nice. Instead of a warding bond, like a holding bond? I don't know if that's a thing.
Neat. Okay.
Very cool.
So,
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, you
So
can
we
choose
now
the
have
direction
that.
you're out with that spell.
That's really cool.
so we now have all of that. What should we do now? Because we have a box.
Well, I'm gonna try to make a mud hand and
Slam dunk
Pick up the
it
orb?
into the box.
so I'm gonna pick up the
You
box.
also have magic.
Ah, yes.
Where from?
I was very angry for a very long time. With the whole family dying, being alone situation. I kind of went down a rabbit hole of not wanting to be defenseless if, the gods were to show up and try to destroy my entire family again, which they couldn't because they were all dead in the first place. So I may have learned a lot of martial magic on my travels. It's actually been rather fun. Anyways, I'm going to pick up the box and carry the box over towards the podium. And yeah, I know this is non-standard, so Tony, inform me as to how I may attempt to use Maximilian's Earthen Grasp to grab the condensed people in the orb.
It's less about grabbing the people per se as you're trying to figure out how they're in there, how you can just use that essence to alter the spell just enough to be able to get a hold of that physical object itself. It takes you the better part of 10 minutes to concentrate and alter the physicality and the magical arcana nature of that particular spell. And you take a few swipes at it and it doesn't work. But finally you spend enough time with it that you're like, oh, I think I have it. I think I have it. I think I have it. Roll me a d20 and add your roll me your intelligence.
Okay. And I feel like what I'm trying to do here is because Earthen Grasp is usually used to yes. It's a 91. Just kidding. It's a 16. But that's a different die, and we still hit a 16. So okay. Plus intelligence save or
Just a check.
Just check is fuck me. Why can't I see? That's a 19. What I'm trying to do. Earthen Grasp is normally used to essentially crush your target. So you create a soil hand at unoccupied space, and you want to be able to grab your target and smush them. I'm trying to balance the martial nature in which I learned my magic against the essentially art of what Candrid and I just did, because there's such an art and precision and gentle care you have to do when you're building things, even if they are mighty, mighty massive things out of stone. So I'm trying to channel like the artful care side of my dwarven being, essentially, against the smash murder side of this magic when I originally learned it, and
Nice.
trying to figure out a way to apply it
So-
to essentially use it as a tool.
As you are knelt to the ground or to the stone floor that you're basically kneeling on to kind of guide the box into a place to a catching position with Candrid, you begin to cast your spell, and you form the hand in a much smaller manner than you would if you were trying to damage a foe or get yourself in or out of a fight. And you almost feel like the stone itself is starting to leach energy into your body, like you're drawing some sort of force out of the stone crystalline structure itself, and it's channeled up through your hand and into this grasp. It's almost like the stone is like laying its hands around you and like just calming your nerves with this maneuver, almost speaking to you in a way. And as you reach forward and you grasp around the orb, you feel that influx of cold, crystalline sensation just like seep into your body faster and faster and faster and faster. Candrid, as you're kind of holding the box and watching this, you watch as all the stone or that's like the inside of this box and the floor and everything, the color of it, that gray slate kind of color that it is, you watch all of that just start to seep into Gromgarn's body, and you watch as he starts to turn slightly ashen colored while he's doing this. And he gets a hold of it, and he starts to slowly drag it back towards the box, and you're pushing the box forward. And you watch as he starts to slowly start to like fall forward a little bit, as all of the color is now out of the stone that's around him. And he kind of freezes in place for a minute with that hand. And you watch as the hand, like the thumb, cracks and breaks off. And the pinky cracks and breaks off. And the orb gently just down into the box. And the hand just evaporates into dust. And you watch all of that like ashy gray color across Gromgarn's skin just kind of like fade back into the stonework around him. And you tip the box door closed. And you just, now you're standing there behind Grom, who's just kind of like taking deep breaths and trying to like get himself out of that moment that he was just in. Because you feel decently drained for a moment, having concentrated that hard. But you now have an orb inside of a box, inside of a cathedral of death.
Well done. Well done. As I slap you on the back, like just far too hard.
I fully fall down.
Getting across
That's
the
all.
floor.
That
Fuck.
well.
Well, that worked
mission
somehow.
Accomplished?
Is it normally this easy?
No.
No.
I don't know that I would call that easy.
I mean, it was.
Did I just turn into rock?
Momentarily.
Yes, momentarily, yes.
You could have been almost dead.
Might have been.
Mm.
I don't think I've ever been stone before. That's new.
Have you died before?
Would I know?
Have you been stoned before?
Have you been rock?
Touche.
I want to rock.
I I'm gonna kind of take it back and say, okay, well,
Well,
we've
thank
acquired the orb. We
Yes.
believe.
Yes.
It's in the box. I'll lift up the box. Just
Before
nonchalantly just pick that bitch up.
what's in the box? Before we got in here, Ty, I think you and I were having the discussion with Kendrick about should we give this orb to the hag? And Kendrick, you started to speak as though you had an alternate idea, but then said, let's get the orb first. So I'd like to go back to what you were saying earlier.
I feel like I think that I haven't seen the problem, but I feel like it's probably something that could be remedied by some of the more talented priests of the Platinum Dragon.
Do we know
Explain.
if there are still? I mean, you've been gone for 1,000 years, and we've noticed a
The
disturbing
Platinum Dragon is
trend.
the most powerful, most prominent.
His temples have been getting disintegrated, and
Yeah.
the cities where his temples are seem to continually get demolished by a wyvern and terrifying voices. So,
What?
We should catch you up on a
Yes.
couple of things because you've kind of been here for a while. So, hi. Our original mission, like before we came to find this orb to save our companion, our original mission, in a sense, was to save the um, world. In a way, we found we all
Are
witnessed.
you on a God-given quest? Is that what this is?
I mean, I have a God-given quest, but that's another story. But
Squint.
we all saw, as Graham explained, a wyvern on wyvern mounted by a entity in spiked armor that destroyed a city known as Key.
Hey, Tony,
Yo,
this character, and you can send me a DM if you want. Know anything about a fucking wyvern that would have beef with Bahamut?
I'm gonna have to go with no on that one.
Okay.
No.
But the idea, so, and since then we have been attempting to solve the mystery. We've seen visions of a old man in a lush forest or garden with 7 canaries, and
Fuck.
I'm trying to explain the vision that we all encounter, and I'll mention things like the tea lady. I don't feel like we have, like, I'm not going to explain the whole, like, 20 episodes we've had so far. But I give you the Cliff Notes version of what we've had to deal with so far.
and then I'll say, long story short, Bahamut seems to be having a bit of a rough time.
Yeah.
Also, let's continue this conversation in your house.
Oh, that's a good idea. We should probably get out of here.
Sure. He tucks the fucking chest with the goddamn orb under his arm. And fucking strolls out.
Okay, so okay. I think we should. I mean, Graham, I would appreciate it if maybe you held the box. Just
It's family.
family you literally just met.
He turns around and looks at you, Ty, and he goes, "You can outrun me," and then just continues on.
Honestly, fair.
True.
Man's got a point.
True. He
Got
does have
tiny
a
little
very
legs.
valid point.
I might have been muted at the
I
time.
mean-
I think it's funny that like my first question for the guy when we met him was, "Can you fix this instead of us doing the other quest?" And then we did all this other stuff.
He said, "Let's get the orb first."
So
Okay,
beautiful.
so let's get the
Yeah,
orb.
me with my little 1.5 foot long legs wearing heavy plate armor.
Yeah. So once we get back to the house and we sit down, and he immediately goes to make more tea. Like just
Oh, please. Oh,
Rig can help make tea.
Oh,
Thought
he's gonna
about it.
teach you how to. He's gonna teach you how to make the best tea, Rick.
I figured out that Rig would probably be like a tea connoisseur, but an absolute gremlin at everything else, like garbage
100%.
disposal.
Are you a connoisseur at making tea?
I feel like
Tasting
with the
tea.
tea lady, you would have the whole process down.
Tasting
Yeah.
tea. Okay. Yeah. So Candrid is showing you how to make tea, and it is completely wrong. Like just the worst fucking thing you can do. He's talking about putting like ground up bone dust into this motherfucker. Like
oh,
it's just.
that's not tea.
He
Like
opens his
making
Smith's
would be
tools
the
to make a cup
one-
of tea.
Yeah, exactly. he's like scrounging around. He's like, oh, there's some leftover like ash in there from that. Yeah, just
Yeah, tea making would be the one thing
metal
that Rig can do
shavings.
delicately.
The one
Perfect.
thing Rick does delicately, I like
So,
that. I love
I
that. Yeah.
while this orb, you all are planning on giving it to the Widowmaker.
Widowmaker, that's a new one.
Yes.
Whom,
I would
whomst is
Is that the Echo Maiden?
the hag.
has a name. Widowmaker.
Another name?
Her name is Varna.
Another name. Indeed. Okay.
She has talked before about this city being a test. And so I hesitate to hand over anything that could create a bigger test.
I certainly don't want to give godlike powers to anything. So
This has godlike powers.
it has a lot of people.
Has the fucking
Make your
so
tea.
I think yes, actually, kind of, or at least demigod like powers, considering what the story.
So could one of you use these godlike or demigod-like powers to get us out of this plane?
It's not implausible, but at the risk of getting stuck in this orb.
I mean,
He turns back, and as he turns, you see him dumping some like white powder into the tea as he looks at Ty, and he goes, "You're a cleric, right?"
yes. And I look at the white powder. Do I know what it is?
Oh no, he's looking at you and talking about the orb. There's just this fucking white powder. He's like
Random
dumping
white
into this
powder.
tea.
It's sulfur. He's just full on putting sulfur in the tea.
Is it baby powder? Because that just sounds terrible. Anyway, godly
I
godly
thought this
and
was just a hellish
demigod-like
place.
powers.
I didn't realize
Hmm?
that the fire and brimstone kind of smell was just your tea.
oh wow.
So that's not normal to the plane.
What-
Okay.
What do you mean?
Anyway, anyway,
It's tea.
neither here nor there. Just so I am a cleric, yes.
And can you use these godly tools to?
Maybe. I've never in tune with a godly item before.
Wonderful. He walks over, sets the chest in front of you, opens it up, and puts the tea in front of you.
What? Why?
Rax could probably do it.
But we wouldn't anyway.
I would.
Talk to us. What is this tea?
What? It's just tea.
Just
What
tea.
do you mean?
It's just tea. It's being a good host.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you one fucking bit, bitch.
I've trained you well with my other character.
Like I'm just saying, like, oh, it's simple. It's just teeth.
You have to
Insight
check
on this.
poison.
Am I immune? I don't. Nope, I'm not immune to poison. So
All right.
resistant.
How about this? I walk over, I grab the tea, and I take a
Nope.
sip.
Okay.
It's fucking awful, but it is tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
That's
Just
great.
tea.
So you may have this one.
I thank you. I give you my tea.
Oh, Grip, that one's the strong. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyways,
Anyway,
maybe attune to the orb.
I look at the orb.
The orb.
And try to sense anything divine from it. In a way, I'm not sure how to explain that. Any better. I'm kind of having a sense about what this orb might be, and so the orb is like sitting in front of me,
Hovering in a box.
hovering in a box. Oh, it's actually, yeah, it was. Oh, it's fucking hovering. That's right. Okay. I will try. Huh?
No touchy.
Yeah. Well, it's worked before. Maybe I'll see if it works now. I'm curious as well. I will pull out the pendant of the fervent light again, and just send it up in the air to like have some light coming from basically my god, to see if that, and then use that as it shines on the orb to see if I can glean something from it.
Okay, go for it.
And we will roll. We roll. Oh. Religion is an 18.
Okay, and one more time, what are you trying to glean specifically?
I'm trying to sense the true nature of this thing, and if it may be a way for us to get out of here,
Um,
or is it yet another trap, as it were?
okay, so you got a 19?
Yeah, 18.
18.
12 plus 6.
You are uncertain if it's trapped or if it's dangerous in that sense. What you know without a shadow of a doubt is it is an incredibly powerful object. Again, you're not sure the nature, how old it is, who exactly created it. You have an idea, but not for sure.
Yeah.
But it's unmistakably something more powerful than you've run across probably in your lifetime.
Okay. So it's really powerful, guys. I don't know if it's a way out or if it will be useful, but I guess here's another question. Should we give this to the hag? Farna.
It won't end well.
So you keep saying that, Candrid.
Mm.
And Graham, you've kind of said something similar. You have this feeling about her, but we're not really pinpointing why.
Ty, do you recall the, from my perspective, deeply unsettling and uneasy feeling that you had in your early encounters with our friend Noct?
Possibly, yes.
Oh, wait, the magical aficionado.
Aye, yes.
You have
Noct is much more attuned to darkness. Ty, understandably, you have had experiences with darkness that have left you feeling untrusting or like there is
Right.
danger there.
Keep going. I will be right back, team.
Okay.
In a similar sense, myself, at least through my
have you
ancestry,
talked
and my
about these issues
conversations
before?
with Ike, it's that's a story for another time. I'll make you some tea. We can talk about it. I think that the concern comes from the same way. It's hard for me at least to verbalize the specific danger here, other than to say she is dangerous.
I can verbalize the danger.
Yes, Kendrick,
Ah,
that's great.
please.
Please enlighten us.
This city used to be a part of the prime material, and it is
Okay.
now here. My concern is she had something to do with it, and this orb would help her continue that.
Ah, got it. Okay.
On that note,
So,
while you guys are talking,
uh-oh.
Rig is still standing over the box with the orb, staring at the shiny orb. And he's going to hold his axe kind of firmly in his hands, and you guys will see a shadow start to shift out of his back and form a kind of shadowy cloak over him. And then he's going to grab the orb.
Wait, what? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Uh,
What happens, Tony?
Tony, this is a question based on my interception fighting style. I don't know if that shadowy cloak was something happening to him or something that he did. If it was something happening to him, I would like to attempt to intercept.
I think
You are
you're
muted.
muted there, Tony.
Tony, you're muted.
Now I'm not.
Correct.
As you all are standing around having a discussion, talking to each other, looking at the box, looking at the orb, looking around the room, just kind of lost in translation with all of this. Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea to give this thing to the hag? Rig is standing there just looking at this beautiful, shiny, immaculate, powerful object. And you watch as this shadowy, almost skeletal like shadow emits from his back and all around him. And it almost like in an instant, you all just start to turn that direction because the light in the room almost feels like it like gets sucked into him a little bit. And you watch as the fire in the fireplace like starts to bend out of the fireplace and towards him a little bit, like the flame just bends in that direction. And without being able to get a single word out of your mouth, you watch as he just leans down and just puts both hands, well, technically one hand because he's holding Rax with the other, on the orb, and you watch as all of the light in the entire room goes out. And whenever the light comes back out, Rig is gone.
What just happened? Rig. Okay.
Is Rax gone?
They're both gone.
Okay.
So this was an orb that eats people.
Yeah, that's kind of that was the fucking point.
That's the vibe.
We knew we knew that part though. That's the
So
thing.
we can confirm that it eats people.
We
Yeah.
can absolutely confirm that.
That's
is-
kind of what
That
happened
is
in this moment.
confirmed. That is.
Well, it sounds like you now have two friends to find.
Well,
Well, we
one
know
we know
where
where he
one-
is.
Yeah, one we know where he's at.
So one to find and one to fix.
Can we kill Varna?
I don't know,
I don't know.
but we now can't give her
Uh,
the orb.
My connection to Bahamut here is strangled at best. So my abilities are vastly weakened. I don't know.
Is this a turtles all the way down sort of thing? Should we all go into the orb?
I would
I
rather not. I have bad experiences going to crazy places.
yeah. I don't want to do that, but I also don't know what's going to happen to our little friend there. But the orb is I don't know. And I don't know
Joey,
what that shadow was, and I
I
don't
want to try sending.
Okay. Go for it.
Sending a message to Rig.
What do you say?
Rarn here. Are you okay? Oh, that's one word. Ask Rax if it can get you home and describe what you see.
Why are you putting down figures every time you say a word? What?
I like to count.
You've used the spell before, and you feel like the connection it makes to whoever it is you're trying to speak to is almost instantaneous in basically every case that you've used it. This time, it feels like delayed, like immensely delayed. You connect to something.
Okay.
And you just hear like a roaring fire. That's all you hear, like a raging inferno. And you get cut off. A few minutes goes by and you're all just kind of sitting there like what like, oh, fuck, what do we, like, shh, what do I do, what the hell are we doing here?
know.
All the lights in the room do that similar dimming, and all of a sudden it just gets, all the light just gets sucked towards the orb in like the spiraling network.
Worth pointing out, Kendred's not. Kendred's going around filling up everybody's tea.
Beautiful. And as all of the light, like, encircles the orb and looks like it's getting twisted in time itself almost. You watch as a fucking like skeletal hand like juts out of the orb and then
No.
clamps down on the floor. And then another one juts out of the orb and clamps down on the floor. And you watch this like shadowy, skeletally, fiery looking fucking thing yank itself out of the orb and it lands on the floor about the size of Rick, roughly. And then in an instant, all of the light just goes back into place, and Rig is standing there holding Rax.
Hi, buddy.
Well, hey guys, how'd you get in the orb?
We're not in the orb.
Not
You're
in the
out
orb.
of the orb.
You're not?
No. What happened? What is going on? So you touched the orb. We kind of knew. We kind of all like said that wasn't supposed to be a thing. Like we weren't gonna do that. And now that you've touched it, like, and we're gonna talk about the shadowy skeletal fiery hand thing in a second. But the first thing we're gonna talk about is what did you see? What happened?
Hold, please.
Oh no, we lost Reese.
No! Reese, come back.
We also lost your hammer.
I'm still here.
One second, guys.
It's okay.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Okay, you can do whatever you want with that from there.
Oh dear.
Oh. Also, oh dear.
Everyone
Uh,
can see my home.
Oh no!
shit. It's a black box.
Hi, Reese. It's a black box.
A black
uh,
box?
Just a black box, no camera.
What? I
Rick-
see.
Nope,
No,
it did
Steve.
this last week to Prezero.
I
I
can
don't
see him.
understand what it is. I can't see him.
I can see him.
Let me refresh my. Hold on. Ooh, that might kick the stream off if I do that.
Yeah, it most definitely will.
Priz can see him. She's watching.
Okay, well,
If the stream can, that's all that matters.
it don't matter. Sorry, Reese, I can't see you no longer, but whatever. It's cool.
When Rig touch orb, Rig fall through darkness. Lots of swirly dark. Then Rig appear all curled up by fire in I think Rig met Vo or someone who knows that person. He told Rax where to find a certain person. And then I think Rax ate him.
What? Huh?
Okay, well, let's talk about the eating in a bit. First, which person?
stupid thing's not working. Hold on.
Oh God.
The god's name was Phi, I think. And Rax ate Verni.
Do any of these god names, are these actually god names? I don't. I know, Tony, you're dealing with audio.
Okay, I'm back. What were you talking about? I have no idea.
We revealed the names
Rax
Okay.
said they don't know who they are.
and said that Rax
They
ate
would be names that none of you recognize at all.
So Phi and what?
Verni. Bernyh is how I would say that.
Okay.
Verni or Verni, whichever.
And
Okay.
then Rig here, or you here, because not in Orb anymore.
Kind of look back over. Is the orb still there?
Yeah.
Okay. So the orb's there. So we're outside the orb. We're back in Kendra's home. We're in Kendra's home. We never left. So you went in on your own. So that part. And then we are I don't know those names. And you're saying Rax ate one of them?
Yes, Rax. They are old, but not as old as Rax.
Okay.
But
I'm having huh?
Rig think he may know how to help Noct.
Okay. That's good to know. So I'm gonna close the box.
Fair. The box closes.
And if you know how to save Noct, then we should do that.
Rax,
And I recommend, and I look to Candrid. I'm trusting you in this moment. We are leaving the box here. Okay. Okay. All right. Because I think if my idea is that we go back to the hag so that you can, if you know how to save Noct, right, Rig? That's what you're saying Rax can do?
Rig thinks so.
Okay, great. Then we indicate that we were unsuccessful. And we're taking our friend and we're leaving. Because that's all we can do. Because we'll have to find another way.
Rax thinks Widowmaker bad news.
Cool.
But Box, we need Box to help.
Well, we need to, so the thing that needs to happen is we need to get Priz and Noct here are away from the Echo Maiden Widowmaker. I don't know her fucking name at this point.
Just Varna.
Varna, third name. Okay. Varna, Widowmaker, Echo Maiden, whatever. Um, we need to get our companions away from her so that we can do what we need to do. That's the only that's the suggestion that I have. How? I don't know. I'm just stating that we need to do that if we are, because I don't, you guys have convinced me we shouldn't give this box to uh Farna, Widowmaker, Echo Maiden. And if that's the case, then how do we get our friends away from her so that we can then do the next step, which is apparently getting whatever Rax believes can be done to save our friend. That's where we're at.
I
So,
think this is a good plan.
so cool.
Rick can hold
How?
on to Orb.
I'd rather you not. Considering you've already touched it when we said not to touch. I need the sprayer. Just
I think there's a
no. Just so so I think we need to somehow get. How do we get our friends?
It sounds like you all should walk over there and walk back with more people.
Sure. That sounds easy. I'm being sarcastic.
Is it not easy?
I don't think it would be.
Why?
If someone has a suggestion, I'm open to suggestions. I'm flailing wildly here because we still haven't discussed the whole shadow skeletal thing that happened to Rig. So,
Oh, that wasn't normal.
no.
I almost feel like it was a little bit. It is Rig.
You know, Candrid, you're really reminding me of a friend of mine right now.
Yeah, kind of, huh?
Maybe your fucking friend just constantly sees dumb shit and nobody else comments on it.
You know, but no, it is not normal for sentient creatures to turn into flaming skeletons and then back into normal flesh and bone things. That is abnormal, Candrid. It's been 1,000 years. Things might have changed.
Well, mostly.
Back in your day, maybe.
If it's odd in regards to your day-to-day life, because I've seen a lot of wild shit since you
All things said, yeah, no, it's not the weirdest.
So that being said, let's go get our friends so that we can hopefully figure how to fucking figure. I'm like,
You should go do that.
I totally understand.
I start walking.
Am I going with you, or am I guarding the chest? Are we
Could you
burying
guard
it
the
in
chest,
hole?
please?
Yes, I don't want the chest in.
I'd like the
vicinity
chest
of-
not close to Varna.
Yeah.
He fucking shuts the chest and ushers everybody out and repairs a door.
Perfect. All right.
Would you like Rig to possibly put some wards on the exterior of your house? Or do you feel?
I don't.
Rex still thinks we need the box.
But
With
we're
us.
coming
With-
back to the
with
box.
us.
Okay. Why?
When we go get them from Varna,
Do you want to take the box to the person that wants the box when you're
That's
not
the thing.
trying to give the box to her?
I mean, I trust Rax. I wish I knew Rax's plan.
That seems wild to me.
I don't understand. Again, why are we trusting? just to speak to us. I don't understand.
Rig,
Rig,
Rig also
would you
doesn't
mind?
know.
Rig, could I try something?
What's that?
Would you mind holding my hammer for a moment? And could I please hold Rax for a moment?
Oh no.
Doesn't this end really poorly every time somebody tries it?
I don't think we have ever tried.
Ram may touch Rax, but Rax will not. Rig will not let you hold Rax.
That's okay. May I please place my hand on Rax?
Can I touch your axe? Ever so gently, just lightly
Only on
caress it.
only on
It's-
special occasions.
You can touch mine if I can touch yours. I'll hold out.
You may stroke Rax.
I'm going to stroke Rax very gently. I'd like to just like place a hand on Rax and say, I'm not even going to try to verbalize. I'm going to try to talk to Rax the same way I've been talking with Hammer, and essentially just break in with a. Not sure if this will work.
You're
But-
just gonna talk out loud. You're just gonna grab the axe and go, "Not sure it did that."
No, I'm talking to my head. Same way I talk to Hammer.
Okay.
Not sure
Roll a
if this will work.
wisdom. Roll a wisdom
But-
saving throw.
All right.
+4. You're within 10
plus
feet
one.
of me. No, +4. Add 4
No,
to
I
that.
also have a +1.
Oh, I get you.
No, I mean I have a +1 because I have something gives me +1 on saves. I don't even fucking remember what.
You also get +1 from my thing. So
From the
actually, you
bond.
have plus.
All right, so that's a 15 plus 3 plus 1. That's a 19 plus 4. That's a 23.
Or protection OP.
You don't get words.
Yeah.
You get a few things. You get a sense of dissonant echoes, creepy, like whispery, like in the shadows at night vibes that make the hair on your skin the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Followed quickly by the feeling of your soul being pulled from your body and you are shoved backwards 5 feet.
Okay.
There you go.
So
That's what you
Thank
get.
you.
we're gonna have to. That's another topic to like discuss at a later time, because what the actual fuck?
Voice of reason. Voice of reason. Maybe don't take the box based on the word of an axe. Just
Yeah, I feel like we need more information. I'm not comfortable leaving the box or taking the box.
Rick
Off
says
of just the information we have.
we may need a hasty exit. I might not be coming back.
Okay. So so I'm going to ask you a question, and maybe Rax can answer it for me because apparently that's how this works now. I know you put something on the box inside it.
Yes.
Does that mask what is inside the box from everyone else? So if we go in there with a random box, she won't know what's in there. I think I saw Tony shaking his head, so I'm just I think that's. But that is my because that is what I need to know. If because we are essentially walking in with the thing that she wanted. If
Rex, the box keeps orb in. It does not keep things out of box currently.
Okay.
Does it keep the orb in the box even if somebody tries to take the orb out of the box?
Not currently.
You got it in the
Would it?
box, didn't you?
I know, but that's in, not out.
Well, it got out of the other box that we copied this one.
Yeah, but
to-
he didn't have the words on that one.
Yeah. That's what we're trying to figure out. Anyway.
I don't feel like
Sticky
you're so inside her
situations.
home with this.
Huh.
I feel like stay outside the threshold of her home if we're going to do anything. Candrid and I can hang back with the box outside. I do not think we should enter Varna's home
Fine. That
with this box. And maybe that's being too generous. I just feel like
okay.
maybe
So-
we have some degree of control if we are not completely on Varna's turf. But once we cross that threshold, I feel like we may lose all control.
Okay. So we're all heading there. We will
Mhm.
leave some out. I mean, Kendrick, fine. We'll leave
Candid.
Kendrick and Graham outside. We will go inside. We will retrieve our friends and then we will leave. If we get interference from Varna or whatever her fucking name is, then we will handle it from there. But we are essentially saying we did not succeed, right? That is the idea. And that we do not have the orb. So we are going to take our friends and try to find another way.
Best plan I
Okay.
have.
All right. That's what we do. That's what we're doing. Lying to someone who handles fate, I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, it's fine. We'll figure it out. So we head off with the box.
To see the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, Candrid, you're coming with us with the box. Graham, you're coming with us with the box. We're all heading to go back to the Varna Widowmaker Echo Maiden.
This has been an incredibly insane series of events. Okay.
Welcome to our world.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to Varna's place. And we're leaving 2 people outside, is that correct?
Yes.
Like
Graham?
a ways away. Like,
Yeah,
So it's Rig and Ty going in.
And
And Reese. Reese, okay.
Hi, that's me.
Reese,
Reese.
would you
Sorry, Reese.
possibly? We could stay. Maybe if Candrid and I are staying like a little bit further back, Reese, since you can fly, maybe you could be like a midpoint for us. So like if Ty and Rig come out of the house and say like get the fuck out, you can grab us, but we can stay a little bit further away. Maybe, I don't know.
what's our escape plan? Do we just like
I
book
have
it?
no fucking idea. Book it? I mean, you've been here for 1,000 years.
Rig is hoping
Yeah, I'm
Rash
still
will
fucking
figure
here.
something.
That's the point.
I have full faith in my axe,
All right, fuck it.
as
We
any
roll.
good cleric should.
Your implementation of your device is. All right, who's going inside? All right, team inside. Here we go. You walk up to the door of her place, and it opens for you. You walk inside. It's that same eerie, dreary, echoey, shadowy filled hovel. With the upgrades, of course, since you were there last. Nocta's still hanging out over by the fire with Priz, and Priz sees you and just kind of lights up. It's like, I'm so glad you're back. Are we Are we good? Are we leaving? Are we getting out of here?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind taking Noct and heading outside.
Uh, the Echo Maiden from across the room, kind of hurriedly makes her way haggardly across to you. So, did you, do you have the orb? Where's the orb? You're not
Unfor-
leaving, are you? I can help. I can
I,
fix him.
we thank you so much, but unfortunately, um, we were unable to successfully procure the orb. We could not find it. We've been gone for a while. Obviously, it's been like an hours. So we just were not able to find it. So we are unfortunately going to have to try to find another way.
And she looks at you and just kind of turns her head to the side, and she sniffs.
Kind of
She turns her head the other way, and she just sniffs again.
I'm making my way to the door.
I think you have a better story to tell. Perhaps you could try again. And her eyes flare this like hot, boiling fucking red as the door slams shut on the other side.
Cool.
You see this? This is why.
Can I ask, did Frizz and Noct get out?
No.
Shit. Okay. Cool.
She's like 3/4 of the way to the front door, dragging his ass across the way.
Lovely. Okay. So that's the thing that's happening now.
And while you're standing there, like shock-eyed, trying to figure out what the hell to do in that moment, you watch as she waves her hand, kind of like this, and you watch as Grom and Candrid appear next to you in the room.
God damn it.
And Reese.
So
Reese.
there is an immediate reaction to magic happening and teleportation happening. Candrid drops the box, like just straight on the ground, and sprints straight at Varna. But like both hammers coming out, just sprints straight at her.
What happens to the? Never mind.
It just slash. I'm
I'm
assuming it
gonna-
doesn't.
I'm throwing the hammer. No, I'm not gonna throw. Can I throw in Booming Blade?
I don't think so.
No.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm just gonna
do I get a pre-combat move? Can I do a pre-combat thing?
You can do a pre-combat thing, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on her.
Okay.
I want to try to Booming Blade her.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, boys, if we die, it was an honor fighting with you.
Can I? I
I
don't.
die.
I think
Why?
I think doing 2 bonus actions pre-combat is too much, right?
That's a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a lot. Okay. So the two of you get your surprise actions off real quick. And then we're
I have
gonna
one more.
maybe do a thing. I don't know.
Wriggle scramble for the box.
Okay, Rick.
And I have one more thing too. Just
Yeah, go for it.
well, they have to. I'm gonna. Well, yeah, I will do my Radiance of the Dawn, Channel Divinity.
Wait, do I have a plus on attack or anything right now?
You also watch as this is going on and everybody's getting their kind of like what the fuck things happening. You watch as Prezira basically like the ends of her fingers start to light up and like flames start to lick up her hands and up the other side. And you watch as her like eyes like glow this white hot red like flaming fire up through her hair, and she disappears momentarily and shows up behind Varna.
Okay.
Can I have advantage for flanking then?
You may.
Oh, do I get advantage for flanking when I hit her?
You may.
Okay. Dope.
And then She'll have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Does a 17 do anything?
I am going to say something very ignorant right now. As all of you precast your spells, you launch your weapons, they are all in flight. All of this shit is headed towards this hag entity, whatever.
Mhm.
And she turns her head to the side and just starts to cackle maniacally as
Yeah.
all of you just lock in place.
Yeah.
And the hammers
That would happen.
stop in midair.
Yeah.
And Prazira's flames stop moving.
Yeah.
Hey, Rig,
Mhm.
you kind of look around really quick as you're going for the box and just very briefly see all of your friends and everything in the room is just standing still. There's no flickering light. There's nothing going on. Everything is stopped. And there's
Right.
only Verna standing there.
Do I
Wait.
get time for an action? Because
Yeah.
I didn't do one.
Yep.
Uh,
Everyone else was doing something. You're using your movement to go towards the box. What are you doing?
I would like to. I'm gonna cast Insight Greed on the orb and make her try to approach it and touch it.
Okay. What's the save on that?
It's a 15 Wisdom save, unless
Got it. All right.
That's cool.
unless you have any plot relevance, shadowy things you want to add to
She
that.
might have legendary resistances. Just a heads up.
I'll find out. As you go to cast your spell, Rig goes to cast the spell. You watch as she just kind of wags her finger. I'm not sure what's going on here, but that's very naughty of you, my kobold friend. And your magic that's like floating down towards the box starts to dissipate.
Oh no.
And you watch as this skeletal hand, this shadowy thing, pulls out of part of the axe and just rotates its palm towards her. And she locks in place and stops moving.
Oh yes, bitch.
You pick up the orb, or you pick up the box, and you literally just walk over to her. And then the hand sucks back into the box. The hammer comes sailing past your head. The other hammer comes sailing past your head. Ty, preparing his spell or whatever he was doing, is releasing the energy. Prazira getting ready to grab her from behind and restrain her with fiery arms in a like shocking grasp kind of thing, whatever the hell the fucking flame version of that is. Her skin touches the orb. And you watch as all of this shit just smashes into this space. And it all just goes into the orb. And the hammer falls to the floor. The other hammer falls to the floor. The magic dissipates from everybody's spells. And the hag is nowhere to be found. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Well, how?
Interior crocodile alligator.
Oh my god.
That's what happened.
True.
She drives a Chevrolet movie theater. That's the fuck that happened.
Beautiful.
All right, guys. It's late. We're going to get my cast out of here. Thank you so much for watching tonight. That was a lot of fun. Next time is going to be real fucking interesting. That's all I got to say. So, love you all, and
Yeah, 'cause
we'll
this
do our
time was so
outros.
boring and uneventful.
Yeah, it was so awful. Damon, hi.
Hi, I'm Damon. You can find me as DMA Gamer 79 on Twitter and TikTok and whatever, and Blue Sky. Blah blah blah. You can see me here on Tuesday nights. You can see me in Gaia Chronicles on Monday nights, and you can see me at Thursday on Halfling Wizard Productions, Reign of Vecna. I'm in those streams. Check us out. All of them all fall on the same night on the same week now. So
Woo! Sucks
lots
for
of ladies things.
you. Yay.
Yay!
All right, Bull.
Hi, I'm
Fuck
Bull. I'm confused. Mostly confused. That was cool. That was fucking awesome. Shiro, thanks for double dutying and playing a surprise other character. That was cool. That was a really nice surprise. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, a lot of fun tonight. Thanks for joining us tonight, sir. Shiro.
Hey, I'm Dakota Orshiro. I play Noct and Candrid. Yeah.
Awesome. Amador, whom I can't see, but apparently everyone else can. Hi.
Huh?
This is the disembodied voice of Amador to just Tony. To everyone else, I'm
No,
just...
I can't see you either.
Oh.
Fuck.
Hi, I'm Amador.
I
Maybe
s-
next time I won't break the game and I won't break my stuff, and I play an owl that goes hoo and disappears. Thank you.
Love it. Brave.
Hi, Rig here. Rig learned new skill, big suck. I guess.
Big suck.
You suck, Shannon.
Oh my god. So sorry Prazira couldn't be here tonight. I think that was everybody else. We're gonna say good night on the big suck, everybody, and see you next time.
Big old suck.
Toodles, and I don't have the media.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.